Hello, good evening. My name is Richard, and welcome back to my channel over and over and over again, the Arsenal podcast. This is, of course, a live watch along from the Women's Champions League. Of course, it is Arsenal versus HB Koge Kvindeelite. I think that's how you say it. We have got, of course, as always, we've got your team news, and it'll all be coming up along with full match commentary, the other side of this. So, good evening. My name is Richard, and this is over and over and over again. And as always, we are covering live the Arsenal women. This is Champions League group game, of course, against HB Koge, the team that we did beat 5-1 away from home last week. So, looking to make it 3 wins in a row in the group and put us in a very strong position, as currently Barcelona are beating Hoffenheim, which would put us 6 points clear of Hoffenheim with 2 games to play should we win this game. So as expected, there are a few changes to the starting lineup from the North London derby at the weekend. So in goal, it is Lydia Williams. Of course, she did play last week as well. The back four then, Anna Patton comes in at right back, replacing Noah Moritz. The 2 centre-backs, of course, Williamson is out injured. So Jem Beattie is back in the starting lineup today. And also as well, she's partnered by Lottie Wooben-Moyer, of course, did play at the weekend as well. And left back in this game is going to be Katie McCabe. So that's the defence. 3 in midfield then, we've got Leah Walty is in the sitting holding midfield role. And either side of her, we're going to have Kim Little, of course, captain, fantastic. And also as well, we have got Jordan Nobbs as well. And then the front 3 tonight, it's going to be Nikita Parris, who's probably going to start on the right. We've got Caitlin Ford playing through the centre. And of course, it is player of the moment, Beth Mead, who is going to probably be on the left-hand side. So that is the lineup. There's no Iwabochi in the squad at all, actually. I don't know whether she's got an injury or whether she's just been rested for the weekend. Viv Miedemar is on the bench, so we may well see her a little bit later on as well. And we do have as well the Koge team. That is the Koge team tonight. So it's Mark Hayes in goal. Of course, she had a great game last week. Their defence is Svensson, Goldberg, McVardson and Forage. And then in midfield, it's Jankowska, Savovic and Flo. And then it's Pokorny, of course, scored the goal last week, Caruso and Obaj. That is the Koge team. I say that is our team there with the substitutes as well. So should be a good game. We obviously Arsenal going to start massive favourites to win this game. I'm sure it's just, how many goals we might score. Of course, we need to bounce back from the weekend as well, don't we? Disappointing result in the end in the North London derby. Although, of course, we did actually play quite well in that first half. Bashir's in the chat here and he says, a must win tonight to continue our unbeaten run. Yeah, we should win, let's be honest. And he says, come on, you Gunners, indeed. And good evening, bro. Good evening to yourself as well. Thanks for tuning in again. And the teams are just coming out now. The substitutes first, actually, all wearing coats and gloves. Obviously, it's a cold evening in Borehamwood tonight for this Champions League game. Probably not as cold as it was in Denmark last week. It's quite a large contingent of Koge fans, actually, with their blue and black scarves on, looking rather smart, standing behind that goal. That's the away directors, actually. There's quite a few of them there. They've made the trip to London or Hertfordshire, if we've been completely accurate, for this game. It should be a good game. I'll say it's a game that Arsenal have to win, and it's a game you would expect Arsenal to win. Sensible, maybe team selection in many ways by Jonas tonight. Resting players. We've got a massive game at the weekend, of course, against Manchester United. So we seem to be getting 1 or 2 little injuries as well at the moment. Obviously, Leah Williamson's a big one. We will talk about that, of course, on the Arsenal Women's Show on Friday. Big loss that's going to be for quite a while, a hamstring injury. So very concerned about that. So obviously the Woo and Moy Beattie partnership at the back tonight could well be what we'll be seeing more regularly in the WSL in recent weeks, and also possibly the cup final as well, of course, very soon. And it's such a shame that Leah Williamson's going to be out of that, because she deserves to be playing in a game like that, doesn't she? Bashir says a good selection. It is a good selection. It's a sensible selection. You can't rest too many players, obviously. We need to win the game. It's a Champions League game. It's important. So we've got to bear that in mind as well. But ultimately, we've got to be honest and say that it's a good selection. Rested one or two key players as well, and give one or two others some minutes, as we did, of course, last week as well. And a pattern starts. Of course, she did score that great goal, didn't she, last week when she came on as a substitute. I'm sure Koge are going to enjoy their day today, playing here at Borehamwood. Of course, I'm sure they would love to have played at the Emirates, but we're saving that for Barcelona, of course, in a few weeks' time in the next group game. So a win tonight will put us in a very, very strong position in this group to qualify. We'd probably only need to get a point against Barcelona to qualify out of the group in second place. Of course, if we beat Barcelona, we could even win the group, couldn't we? We still got, of course, a trip to Hoffenheim to come as well. And, you know, depending on how other results go, that game might end up being the crucial game, mightn't it, that we need to get a result for. But let's hope we can get the job done before then. The teams are now coming out. Arsenal, of course, being led out by Kim Little, as always. And looking forward to this game. Jen Beattie's back following her recent illness. It's good to see her back in the starting lineup. She's going to be important for us as well, isn't she, in the next few weeks, with Leah out as well. So a little bit worried about maybe slight lack of pace at the back in this defence now without Leah Williamson there. But we'll see. Hopefully tonight it shouldn't be a big issue. But at the weekend, of course, against Manchester United, a massive game, and then a cup final the week after, we need to defend well in both of those two games if we're going to get the result. So it's a little bit of a worry about Williamson's hamstring injury, but we can't do anything about it. She's injured and she's out, so we've got to make do with what we've got, and everybody's got to step up now and do the job that's required of them, which is to get the wins under our belt. It looks as though Koge were playing in a green strip, actually. Well, they've certainly got green shorts and socks on. They do have their black fleece tops on at the moment before, obviously, we get started. A few of them wearing gloves as well. Surely it must be cold in this in Denmark. But anyway, we're just about to start. We're lining up here before the kickoff. The Koge players will be probably looking to just enjoy this experience. They're not expected to get a result, are they? And, you know, we did score 5 past them last week. If it wasn't for their goalkeeper, Marquise, actually, we would have scored probably at least another 5, wouldn't we? So if she's on form tonight, it could make it difficult for us. But we've certainly got goals in this team, haven't we? With Mead, Ford and Paris as that front three. Of course, Paris did get a goal last week, didn't she, in the end, following that missed penalty very early in that game. So let's hope she's on form again tonight. We need her to be firing, don't we? So that we need some goals from her in the WSL. She hasn't got one yet, has she, in the WSL for Arsenal this season? So we desperately to see her get a goal. Of course, we did get a very late goal at the weekend in the North London derby, didn't we? Which was a great finish to that game, but it did leave us all a little bit frustrated, didn't it, in the end, that we didn't manage to get the victory that we should have got in that first half. You know, it's been a recent tale, hasn't it, of Arsenal games where we just haven't quite managed to finish the chances off early in the games, and you know, in most of the other games we've managed to do so later on, but we haven't quite managed to do it early on in the game, have we? So let's try and get this job done early tonight, and we can maybe make a few changes, rest some players, and get the win early on, and then we should be fine. Yeah, there is a green top for Koge as well, with a black sort of bottom end of it. So it's an interesting kit for them. And of course, Arsenal in their red shirts with white sleeves, white sides, white shorts, of course, and red and white striped socks. We just had the coin toss there, and we are about to get underway in this big Champions League game for Arsenal. We have to win. It looks as though we are going to be attacking the goal to our right in this first half, which is the south end at the stadium. That's the small terrace with no roof. That's the end we'll be attacking in this first half. And it looks like it's going to be a 5-4-1 formation, actually, from Koge. Looking to, as they did last week, probably to try to frustrate us as much as they can. You know, they're not going to be expected to come out and play and score loads of goals, but I'm sure they're going to just try and frustrate us, and hopefully we can break them down nice and early and then it makes the whole job a lot easier, doesn't it? Let's hope that we can do that tonight, because it's going to be important that we do win the game, and I think that's what we need to do. So let's hope we can do that, and let's hope we can push on and get the 3 points and move forward in this group, or certainly be in a very good position to move forward from this group, won't we? Andy's in the chat as well. Andy, thanks for tuning in, mate. Good to see you in the chat. It's going to be the Danish team to kick off. Actually, I'll say they'll be attacking the goal to our left in this first half, playing in an all green strip with some black trim. And the players just taking the knee there before we start. In fact, one of the Danish players has gone on both knees, which is unusual. But anyway, good for her. So it is going to be Koge to kick off then. It's going to be Caruso, the American-born Irish international, who gets the game underway. But immediately, a Koge ball forward is cut out by Nikita Parris. It's gone out for a throw on his near side to the Danes, which is taken by McBartson. And now they're coming forward, actually, straight away. Koge, they're doing more attacking in this opening minute tonight than they did pretty much for most of the game last week, certainly in the first half. They suddenly got clear down this near side, actually. Ball played back into the box, but it was tidied up there by Leah Walter, who is probably going to have to do a very defensive job in midfield over these next few games with Leah Williamson out, just to offer that defence a little bit of protection there. Certainly a little bit too easy there that they got clear down this near side. It was actually Caruso there who got clear. She beat Anna Patton a little bit too easily, actually. But a pullback lacked any sort of power. And Leah Wolsey was able to cut it out and clear the ball away. But a little bit of a shaky start from Arsenal. But we're kind of getting used to this now, aren't we? Williams there in goal, and a little bit of pressure from Caruso. Manages to get the ball out to Leah Wolsey again. And she spreads it out to the far side to Katie McCabe for Arsenal. If Arsenal can get an early goal, you do feel as though it could be a comfortable night, and we could end up going on to score quite a few goals. But we saw how difficult they were to break down last week. They did defend well. The goalkeeper was outstanding. So it's certainly not going to be easy, is it? And I do think we're going to miss Leah Williamson bringing the ball out of defence. But Wouba Moy there's a little bit sloppy there. It's letting Caruso again down this near side. It's been a good start from Koge across to the edge of the 6-yard box. It is headed away by Jem Beattie. But Arsenal are second to everything at the moment. It's not a great start at all from the Arsenal women in this game. And the Danes have started really brightly. Another cross from this near side into the box. It's headed away by Wouba Moy this time. And now maybe Arsenal can launch an attack for the first time actually in this game. Beth Mead plays it to this near side to Nikita Parris. Dinks the ball towards the edge of the penalty area. Is looking for Caitlin Ford, but it is a Koge defender who gets there. And in fact, the offside flag was up anyway. And it is going to be a free kick to Koge. So, bright start from the Danes, actually. They've got nothing to lose, obviously. So they've just gone for it in the early stages here. Fair play to them. And they've had one or two little opportunities to get a ball into the box. I don't think she was offside, actually, looking at that replay. But the Lions woman on this near side did raise her flag, and it was a free kick. But Koge have immediately kicked the ball out for a throw on this near side to Arsenal, which Anna Patton is going to take. This is where the danger's been from Koge down this near side. Of course, we did gift them a few opportunities in the second half last week, didn't we? One of them, of course, led to their goal, their first ever goal in the Champions League, of course, scored by Maddie Pokorny in that game. She's, of course, playing in this game tonight as well. But it's been a bright start from Koge, actually. Arsenal are trying to play it out from the back. It's into Leah Walty. She dinks the ball over the top, looking for the run of Beth Mead, who heads the ball on towards Caitlin Ford. A nice little layoff. But in the end, Koge managed to scramble the ball away. But not very far. It's just come to Nikita Parris. She plays it inside to Leah Walty. She's had a lot of the ball in these early stages. The Swiss, a lovely little play there to Kim Little. She flicks it on to Parris, gets it to Anna Patton, back to Nikita Parris again. She lines up across towards the edge of the 6-yard box. Again, a Koge defender's there. Anna Patton now coming forward down this near side. Can she get a cross in? No, she can't. The ball's run away from her, and it will be a goal kick to Koge. But that was a bit better from Arsenal. Nikita Parris involved. A nice ball to Anna Patton. She then got it back again. Nikita Parris lined up that cross towards the edge of the 6-yard box, looking for Beth Mead. But it was a defender there, got across and cleared it away. And that was the pattern, wasn't it, last week? Certainly in the early stages, after we missed that penalty, it was a succession of Arsenal balls into the box and Arsenal chances, but we ran into a goalkeeper in great form. And of course, that thing was repeated at the weekend, wasn't it, against Tottenham? and that ended up costing us 2 big points there. And our lead at the top of the WSL is now, of course, just 1 point from Chelsea, who had a good result against Manchester City. Although they didn't really play that well, I didn't feel, most of that game. But they did get the result, of course, won comfortably in the end. Anna Patton now plays it up the line to Kim Little on this near side. Nice turn from the captain, looking for a bit of support. Instead, she just goes short to Patton. And then Patton plays it out to Nikita Parris, who was almost caught in possession, but Parris does manage to get it back to Patton. And now Leah Walty dinks the ball over the top again, looking for Parris. But again, it's well read by the Koge defence in all green. And then a back pass to the goalkeeper, McCasey. Of course, he played really, really well last week. Player of the match by a mile in that game. It took some special goals to beat her in the end, didn't it? That free kick from Catley, of course, opened the scoring. And we ended up scoring some great goals in that game. Anna Patton, of course, amongst the goal scorers, 5 different goal scorers indeed that we had. And it is actually Patton now on his near side. Plays the ball back to Woober Moy. It's a slightly new look Arsenal defence, isn't it? I don't think these 4 have played together actually before this season. So it's a new look defence, and it's going to take some time maybe to adapt, but they're going to have to adapt quickly because we've got some big games coming up. Oh, a lovely turn there from Caitlin Ford on the edge of the penalty area there, but the ball just runs away from her. And again, Cougar defender can clear the ball away. Woober Moy is underneath this one. She just heads it back into the path of Leah Walty, and it goes on to Jordan Nobbs, who plays it out to Katie McCabe over on that far side. Jordan Nobbs again gets the ball back, who's just called up for the return to the England Lionesses squad as well. Fully deserved for her performances for Arsenal in recent weeks. Just hope she can stay injury-free, especially at the moment when we do seem to be suffering from it. A few little injuries now seem to be kind of piling up a little bit, but we have played a lot of games. That's a lovely ball looking for Kim Little. There's Jordan Nobbs there with a pass, trying to split that Cougar defence. Looking for the run of Kim Little. She makes those runs, doesn't she, from midfield into the penalty area. And that was all. I'd almost paid off. There's a lovely run. It was a nice ball, actually, but it was well read by the defender there to clear that away. And Cougar now have got a free kick as well for what I believe was not an offside over on that far side. Arsenal seem to be just getting going in this game now. A slightly sloppy start, which has maybe been a theme actually recently. We've been maybe slow to get going in games, and then once we have got going, we've really pushed on and ended up dominating the game and getting quite a few goals generally. Although, of course, in the second half on Saturday against Tottenham, we faded badly, didn't we? Although we did manage to scrape a draw. But Cougar again coming forward. That was the goal scorer from last week, Pogorny, but that ball's gone all the way through to Lydia Williams, getting another chance in goal, of course, following her performance last week. She didn't have a lot to do, did she? She did, of course, to make one good save before conceding that consolation goal. Anna Patton now on the ball on this near side. Got her first Champions League goal last week. A second goal overall for Arsenal. Of course, she did score against Crystal Palace or Gillingham in the FA Cup towards the end of last season. One of those big wins that we had in that competition. Of course, we have now gone all the way to the final as well. Woober Moy now striding forward for Arsenal. It's a halfway. Plays the ball into Jordan Nobbs. She lays it off to Leah Walty. Arsenal now starting to find a little bit of passing rhythm there. Just as I say that, Katie McCabe, ball played through towards Jordan Nobbs, has been cut out. And a long ball there over the top, looking for Caruso actually, but Williams was out to head the ball clear from outside the penalty area. Jordan Nobbs has just lost the ball in midfield. It's a little bit scrappy opening 8 minutes here by Arsenal. Woober Moy again miscontrols the ball, but this one's going to run away through to Lydia Williams. A little bit of a sloppy start from Arsenal, it has to be said. Woober Moy in particular, we've mentioned before, haven't we, a lack of concentration sometimes, and you could see there she's not quite switched on yet in this game. Now Caitlin Ford inside the area. Oh, it was good defending there, but actually it's been given as a free kick. It was Goldberg there with the defending, but Caitlin Ford again was given offside, and I think this time she probably was. Yes, it looked like she was that time. She wasn't the previous one, but I think she was on that occasion. Rajan was in the chat there. How you doing, mate? Thanks for tuning in. Hope you're well. Good to see you in the chat again. And it is a free kick just inside the penalty area, which the goalkeeper, Marquise, is going to take, the American. And she has played the ball up the far side, but Arsenal one possession back with Jem Beattie. She played it back to Williams, gets it back, and now Leah Walty plays it over to that far side to Katie McCabe, plays it into Jordan Nobbs. Nice little pass in this for Arsenal. Beth Mead plays it back to McCabe, and now Jordan Nobbs again. Arsenal looking to get a little bit of rhythm to their play, which they've maybe lacked so far in this game. We've played just over 9 minutes. It is still 0-0. Hasn't really been a clear-cut opportunity at goal yet for either side, but Koge made a really bright start in the first couple of minutes, capitalising on Arsenal's sloppiness, actually, but we're getting going now. Beattie plays it out to that far side to Katie McCabe. Again, she's closed down quickly. A nice turn, actually, from McCabe. Gets away from the defender. Plays it up the line to Beth Mead. This is a great opportunity, is it, for Arsenal? Beth Mead inside the penalty. Plays it across the 6-yard box. Kim Little, can she turn and shoot? She does. It's blocked by a defender. The ball stays alive. Towards Anna Patton, a shot comes in from Jordan Nobbs from about 25 yards. Lacked a bit of power, and the Cougar defence can get it away. But that was the first good opportunity that from Arsenal. Great run down that far side by Beth Mead. It was a lovely ball, actually, to her in the first place. Beth Mead was onside. She went to the byline, then pulled it back to the 6-yard box. Kim Little shot on the turn, hit a defender. It was on target. Goalkeeper may well have saved it, but it was a good block, actually. And in the end, Cougar again managed to scramble the ball clear. A loose pass again from Leah Walty. Arsenal struggling at the moment to really get going in this game. We do need a goal, I think, just to settle us down and help us to really push on. But a mistake there from the Cougar defenders. Kicked it straight out for a throw to Arsenal midway inside the Cougar half on that far side. But it's not been a great start from Arsenal, we've got to be honest. Regenda says there, one touch football, get through quickly. No, exactly. That's maybe what we need to be looking at trying to do. And so far, we haven't really managed to. But we've got an opportunity now inside the penalty again with Beth Mead over on that far side. Looks for Caitlin Ford, but again, the defenders there first. They're very hungry and sharp, these Cougar defenders. We saw that last week. Yes, it's maybe their first season in the Champions League, and they're not expected to do particularly well, and they've yet to get a point, but they've certainly given their all in these two games. Well, game and a bit so far against Arsenal. We saw what they did against Barcelona as well. So they're certainly enjoying the experience and they're giving it everything that they've got. But let's hope that, like last week, Arsenal in the end can wear them down and get the goals to win this game. We've got a throw now. Katie McCabe in a very advanced position. Beth Mead lays it off again to Caitlin Ford. He's across going to come in this time. Caitlin Ford over on that far side. Plays it into Kim Little about 20 yards from goal. Kim Little maybe looking for a shot. Instead, she plays it out wide. Instead to Katie McCabe. Dinks across and it's deflected off a Cougar defender in green. And it's going to be a corner to Arsenal over on that far side, which I think Beth Mead is going to run over to take. A little bit better from Arsenal now. We're starting to get a little bit of pressure, a little bit of momentum built up towards the Cougar goal. We have got a corner. This is an opportunity. We've scored a few goals from corners this season, haven't we? It is going to be Beth Mead to take it over on that far side. Beth Mead to curl this in towards the near post. Nikita Paris tries to flick it on, but it goes off the Arsenal player, does it? Oh, she thought it didn't, but it's been given as a goal kick, so I think it did come off Paris. She's protesting her innocence, but it has gone for a goal kick to Koge, which they take quickly. Eager to get on with the game tonight, the Danes. A back pass there's a little bit short, actually. Beth Mead closed it down, but Koge do get away with that, and now they can come forward with a long ball played up towards halfway. Nice play, actually, there in midfield from Flo. They had a decent game last week, actually, for Koge as well, I thought. They certainly gave a good account of themselves, didn't they? They lack the quality, of course, as you would expect. But they certainly gave a good account of themselves last week. And I'm sure they will again here. They certainly have so far. But you'd imagine Arsenal's quality in the end will shine through. And we will get the victory that we need. Now, Woober Moy coming forward now for Arsenal. Driving towards the Cougar defence. That's a poor ball. That was looking for Kim Little. It was cut out. But then the Cougar pass is cut out as well. Leah Walty now. Anna Patton plays it up the near side to Nikita Paris. This is better from Arsenal. Moves the ball infield to Leah Walty. Dinks the ball over top. It's a lovely ball. Is Beth Mead going to get there? Not quite. The goalkeeper comes out and grabs that. That was almost an opportunity. Leah Walty with the ball. A lovely dink pass. She's done 2 or 3 of them so far in this game. Revelling in that little bit of space in the midfield. A lovely ball over the top. A good run from Beth Mead, actually. The defender's touch in the end actually just took it away from Mead and it went through to the goalkeeper. But that was almost a dangerous moment. Again, Beth Mead's probably been at the heart of most of the dangerous moves that Arsenal put together so far in his opening 14 minutes. It is still 0-0. We've yet to test the American goalkeeper, Marquise, of course, who had played so well last week. Now, Cougar trying to play it around at the back and Arsenal putting him under pressure, win the ball. Leah Walty heads it forward Forced to Nikita Pan. She knocks it on towards Caitlin Ford. She's in on goal. Surely this is a goal. No, it's a good save again by Marquise. Not the most convincing of finishes, it has to be said, from Caitlin Ford. She really does need to do better there. It was a good move, actually, from Arsenal. A nice ball. I think it was Nikita Paris played the ball over the top to Caitlin Ford. In fact, it was. He just flicked it on. Caitlin Ford got in the wrong side of the defence. Clean through on goal. The shot was maybe too close to the goalkeeper. She's made a good block with her legs. And that was the story of last week, wasn't it? We found it difficult to get past this goalkeeper. But that finish lacked conviction there from Caitlin Ford. It has to be said. But now Caruso's coming forward for Koge, but that ball's easily cut out by Katie McCabe. And now Jordan Nobbs can bring it forward for Arsenal, who are starting to get on top now. Beth Mead again over on that far side. That's where all the danger's coming from. Beth Mead across the walls into the near post. Caitlin Ford, and this time she sticks it in. The Cougar defence are claiming offside. I don't think it's going to be given as offside. The goal stands, and Arsenal do make the breakthrough. It's only taken 15 minutes. 15 minutes, a fairly sloppy play from Arsenal, it has to be said, but the goal has arrived, and it was a good finish this time from Caitlin Ford. In fact, I think she may well have been offside. Looking at the replay, she's been given offside a couple of times, one when she wasn't. This time she looked as though she may have been. Nice tidy finish from inside the 6-yard box. The goal does stand. Arsenal are in front, and we've managed to get the early goal this week. It was about this time, wasn't it, in the game last week where we had the penalty, which the goalkeeper saved. She couldn't save that shot there from Caitlin Ford, who just missed a good chance a few moments before, but she didn't miss that one. And it is 1-0. And actually, it's we haven't managed to play this for the last couple of games due to the fact that we could went 1-0 down. He's 1-0 to the Arsenal, but Koge coming forward themselves now, looking for a quick equaliser. But that cross there again from Caruso has been causing most of the problems for us down this near side. But that cross was cleared away, and Koge coming forward again, but not for long. Moy plays it up the line to Nikita Paris. She's just got ahead of the defender here. Can she get past the second defender? No, she can't. A poor touch actually from Paris, and Koge can clear the ball away. They're going to have to maybe come out a little bit more now, aren't they? If they're going to try and get back into this game. They've had a good start, Koge, but Arsenal have got on top and do lead 1-0 with the goal from Caitlin Ford in the 15th minute. It's a good ball in from Beth Mead, but she did look slightly offside, it has to be said, but it doesn't matter. The goal is given, and that is the only thing that does matter. It is 1-0 to Arsenal now. Moy coming forward, plays it to this near side to Anna Patton, and then Moy gets it back and switches. That's actually a poor ball from Moy. She's not had a very good start to this game at all, it has to be said. And now there's an opportunity there for Cougar. A ball played through there, but I think Caruso thought she was offside, so she didn't actually attack that ball. She may well have been given offside. It has run through to Lydia Williams. But again, it was sloppy from Moy. She's been sloppy 3 or 4 times. We need her to liven up because she's going to be a really important player for us in the next few weeks. I say with Leah Williamson out, the only options really are Moy and Boy, of course, the Danish defender who didn't cover herself in a lot of glory in last week's game away in her home nation. She's on the bench tonight. She may well feature quite often in the next few weeks as well, as we look to try to battle on without our best defender, and of course Leah Williamson. And Rajendra in the chat there says, good goal. Caitlin was behind the ball and it was passed. Oh, was she? Okay, fair enough. She looked offside, but yeah, she may well have been behind the ball. It was a good goal, a good move. And it just shows, isn't it, a couple of quick passes, got in behind, get the ball into Beth Mead, and she will cause problems. And she did again there with that assist for Caitlin Ford, who scored again. That's her, 4th goal of the season. They've all come in cup competitions, actually. 2 against Tottenham in the FA Cup, 1 last week and now 1 tonight. And now it's Anna Patton coming forward. Again, that's a poor ball from Arsenal. We're almost telegraphing our passes in this game so far. We're making it easy for the Koge defence. Caruso, who's playing well up front on her own for the Danish side, the American-born or Irish international. Of course, you'll know Katie McCabe pretty well from the international team, won't she? Katie McCabe there with that ball. Played it in to Jordan. It wasn't a great ball back to McCabe, but she has kept it in. And Arsenal, they're just knocking it around their own corner there in that far side defensive corner, trying to play it out from the back. And in the end, Koge picked it up, but not for very long. The ball bounced off Beth Mead. It's going to be a throw to Koge over on that far side. But it has been quite a sloppy start this from Arsenal, but we have got the goal. We certainly started last week's game a lot better, didn't we? And we had a lot of chances and couldn't score. But we've been a little bit more sloppy this week, and it's not really been flowing at all. But the important thing is we do have that early goal, and hopefully we can build on that and start to really grow this game. This is better from Arsenal now. Kim Little in midfield. Again, a slightly loose touch, and Koge can pick the ball up. But Leah Walty now plays it to this near side to Anna Patton coming forward for Arsenal. She's got Nikita Paris outside her. Paris now cuts inside the defender. She's inside the penalty. She's gone past the defender again. Pulls it back towards the edge of the penalty area. It comes to Jordan Nobbs. Beth Mead actually fell over, but she does manage to get up and get the ball back to Nobbs, who tries a shot from distance, but it's straight into the arms of the goalkeeper, McKees. And it is still 1-0. All right, Vijayendra there says RHS is slow. LHS is one touch and fast. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's exactly the problem that we've got. But anyway, the ball played in behind her. Anna Patton is now plays it back to goalkeeper Williams, and that's a clearance that's going to reach Kim Little. She lets the ball bounce, which falls the defender, and then plays it back to Leah Walty. I mean, Arsenal are dominating the possession, but we have still been a little bit sloppy. Now it's Leah Walty again, plays it out to the far side to Beth Mead. That was a bit of a sloppy ball again, and Koge picked up, and again Wilbur Moore was a little bit clumsy there and almost lost the ball, but she has won it back. And she just needs to really sort herself out. She's done this a few times before. Whether it's a concentration issue, I'm not sure. We know that she's got quality. We know she's a very good player, but she does tend to switch off a little bit, and she has done 2 or 3 times already in this first half. And against better opposition, that's going to be punished, isn't it? Which we'll find out over the next few weeks. Now, Leah Walty pings the ball, looking for Nikita Pace over on that far side. But again, a Koge defender heads it clear, but only as far as Wilbur Moore. She plays it in field to Leah Walty. Leah Walty now, she's got a few options. Plays it to Nikita Pace and gets it back. Leah Walty's been dominating this midfield so far. Jordan Nobbs lays the ball off to Jem Beattie, and she plays it into Nobbs, who then flicks it back to Wilbur Moy. Now Arsenal move it up to this near side to Anna Patton. She does well, beats the defender, and then plays it back to Wilbur Moy. Wilbur Moy strides forward and then pings the ball over to that far side, Katie McCabe. That's better from Wilbur Moy. Good ball now. Jordan Nobbs is going to be an opportunity for a second goal. Beth Mead tries a shot from the edge of the box. Oh, that's another good save from the goalkeeper. Quite close to her. It's the sort of save you'd expect her to make after last week's performance, but a good effort that from Beth Mead from over on that far side. Arsenal's left. She cut inside onto her right foot. Curled a shot from about 20 yards. And it was a decent save actually from the goalkeeper. You've got to give her some credit for that, but it was reasonably close to her. Leah Walty now exchanges passes with Katie McCabe. She's got Anna Patton over on this near side again. She goes shorter to Wilbur Moy inside the centre circle. Wilbur Moy now coming forward down this near side for Arsenal. Finds Anna Patton and gets it back. Wilbur Moy. And then she plays it back to Jem Beattie again inside the centre circle. Arsenal keeping possession. Happy to go backwards and sideways at the moment. Now Leah Walty plays it forward this time into goal scorer Caitlin Ford. Holds it up well. Plays it back to Kim Little again. Arsenal back inside the centre circle again. And Jem Beattie plays it back to Williams. Arsenal keeping possession, keeping their patience. We've become used to this from this Arsenal team this season. Beth Mead over on that far side does well. Finds Jem Beattie. Comes into Leah Walty. A nice turn from the Swiss. Plays a good ball in to the feet of Katie McCabe and then lays it off to Wilbur Moy. This is the longest spell of possession I think Arsenal have had without giving the ball away. Nikita Paris now cuts inside from this right-hand side, but she loses the ball this time. Good defending that was, again, from Koge. We do look to get the ball forward quickly. Now there's a break on here. This is an opportunity, maybe, is it, for the Danish team? Nikita Paris does really well. Great defensive work there. It was her mistake initially, but she's made up for it there. Great defensive play there from Nikita Paris, working back to win the ball back for Arsenal inside our own penalty area. You've got to take your hat off to Nikita Paris for that work there. The initial bit of play was very sloppy. She gave the ball away a little bit too easily, but that hard work there to win it back. That is what she offers us, isn't it? That work rate. And that's important as well. And while it's not always coming off for her in an attacking sense, or it hasn't really done so far, is it, in an Arsenal shirt. She certainly isn't hiding, and she's doing some great work for the team, and she did there as well. So brilliant play that from Nikita Parris. And Arsenal now back in possession. Jem Beattie on halfway, trying to look for a forward ball. That's a good ball. Always a little flick there from Caitlin Ford, looking for Kim Little, but Arsenal won it back now. Kim Little again plays it towards Beth Mead. It's come back to Kim Little off a defender. She finds Nikita Parris on this near side, inside the penalty area. Drills it across the goal. Oh, any touch there from Beth Mead, it would have been 2-0. She couldn't get anything on it in the end. A drilled cross from Parris from that far side. Drilled across the 6-yard box. Good play that was again from Arsenal. Beth Mead may well have been offside actually, but she couldn't get on the end of it anyway. And it's gone all the way across for a throw to Arsenal. But they're just showing a shot from Beth Mead just before that. A good effort on target, but again, a good save from the goalkeeper. And Arsenal was starting to get real control of this game, but it's still, every time we look sloppy, we make a mistake, Cougar are looking dangerous on a counter-attack. Caruso in particular up front is working hard for the Danish team, but so far it has been Arsenal that obviously lead this game 1-0 in a great position as well in this game and in this group. If we can get another few goals tonight, that would really cement our place in second place going into that game against Barcelona at the Emirates in a few weeks' time. A win there could open the group up for us to actually go on and win, but we're going to have to play a lot better than this if we are going to win that game. But this is better. Beth Mead plays it to Nikita Parris on this near side. She's got two defenders in front of her, dinks it back into the path of Beth Mead inside the penalty area, but defender comes across. He's going to be a corner to Arsenal. But again, that's good play. Nikita Parris with a slightly unconventional ball there, dinked over the top into the run of Beth Mead inside the penalty, but the defender came across and has put it out and behind for a corner to Arsenal on the near side, which I think Beth Mead may well be going over to take as well. Can Arsenal get a second goal here? Played 26 minutes, just over 26 minutes. It is 1-0, of course, Caitlin Ford with that goal. Can Arsenal come forward and get another goal now from this corner? In fact, it's Katie McKay with his corner towards the near post. It's a good ball headed back across the goal by a defender at the near post. It's going to be another corner over on the far side this time. Dangerous ball into that near post. It was a defender there who got a head on it, flicked it on, and it went all the way behind for another corner over on the far side. But another good delivery that was from Katie McCabe. But this is going to be Beth Mead again with this corner on this near side this time. She plays it short actually instead to Jordan Nobbs, plays it to Kim Little. She's about 35 yards out from goal. Maybe thought about a shot, but instead played it shorter to Leah Walty. The Koge defence come running out. There's a ball over the top from Walty looking for Parris, but again, it's a defender from Koge getting their head on that. And now they can stride forward, maybe on a counter-attack. It's a decent ball up the near side, but it's well read by Leah Walty, sorry. And it's gone out for a throw to Cougar on this near side. But they're looking to get the ball forward quickly, the Danes. Every time they win the ball back, they are looking to get it forward quickly. They may be lacking a little bit of quality, to be fair, in that final third, but they're certainly working hard and trying to put us under pressure. And it's caused us one or two slightly anxious moments, actually, it has done in these opening 27, 28 minutes. But it is Arsenal with the lead. And I suppose you could say it's a fully deserved lead as well. We have had most of the possession. We're playing most of the football. We've just been a little bit sloppy. But anyway, Nikita Parris has now won a throw on this near side, which she's going to take herself as she knows. She leaves it instead for Anna Patton, playing right back tonight. And she throws the ball into the feet of Kim Little and gets it back. Now it's with Wooben Moy just inside the Arsenal half, plays it square to Jem Beattie. Little ball inside the centre circle to Leah Walty, holds off the defender and then pings it out to that far side to Katie McCabe. She flicks it on with her head, but nobody's there. And the defender can play it back to goalkeeper Marquise, who goes long again. This time Arsenal pick up the loose ball. Leah Walty, Katie McCabe plays it square to Wooben Moy, who's had quite a lot of possession of the ball in these opening half an hour or so. Not always been very tidy with it, but she was there to find Jem Beattie, who comes forward herself. A nice little flick. It was Kim Little with a flick there looking for Caitlin Ford. She didn't quite get enough on it, and it has rolled all the way through to the goalkeeper. Arsenal not lacking a little bit of spark so far in this game, but we do have the lead, and that's the most important thing. I would like to see a second goal before half time. Again, as soon as we put Koge under pressure, they make a mistake, and that's gone out for a throw over on that far side to Arsenal. Katie McCabe takes it, goes back to Jem Beattie now. It's again in to Woobenmoy. Just runs away from a little bit, actually. It wasn't a great ball, but Woobenmoy does well to win that. Finds Anna Patton. That was better from Woobenmoy. She had to be alert there because that pass from Jem Beattie ran away from a little bit. She had to come across quickly and get there, and she did. And she's got the ball again. Plays it in to Kim Little and then gets it back. We are definitely lacking those drives forward from Leah Williamson, aren't we? And those long balls over the top. Kim Little's done well there in midfield here for Arsenal. Plays the ball into Jordan Nobbs and then gets it back. Little pings it into Beth Mead. She tried to flick it again into the path of Caitlin Ford. Didn't quite come off. And again, it's gone through to goalkeeper Marquise. It's still Arsenal 1, Koge 0. We've played almost half an hour at Borehamwood. It's been quite a low-key start to this game, if we're totally honest. Arsenal haven't quite been as sharp as we would have hoped. And Koge have been working hard, but they're lacking the quality as well. But it is 1-0. Well worked and well taken goal from Caitlin Ford after 15 minutes has given us the advantage. The Koge shirts, it looks as though they've got like a waist bag around them. The players with the black bit halfway down their shirts. It looks a little bit like they've got a bag around their waist. But anyway. Jem Beattie now for Arsenal, pings it into midfield to Jordan Nobbs, who just lays it off back to Beattie. Now McCabe over on that far side. Jem Beattie gets it back. Now Williams, who's almost coming out and playing as a third centre back, plays the ball into Jem Beattie. Put a little bit of pressure from Caruso. She finds Nobbs, who then pings it out to Woobenmoy, who can now stride forward towards halfway. Woobenmoy plays the ball short to Anna Patton. She plays it in to Leah Walty. Arsenal keeping possession now. Another big spell of possession from Arsenal, but we're not really going anywhere with it as yet. Katie McCabe now over on that far side. Again, it's Leah Walty. She's got Anna Patton free on the near side. She turns back instead and plays it to Jordan Nobbs and then gets it back. Leah Walty looking for a bit of support. She just rolls a little square ball to Woobenmoy. Pings it out to this near side to Anna Patton. She goes past the defender well. Anna Patton cutting inside. She's driving in towards a penalty area. But a good tackle back, actually. Really good tackle back there from the defender, Mark Vadson. She's had a good game, actually, the number 19 for Koge, actually, so far. Woobenmoy now plays it into Leah Walty, who's playing well for Arsenal, actually, as well. Nice little turn there. She's got loads of space in midfield, pings it out to this near side to Anna Patton again. Nikita Paris has just drifted inside slightly. Again, she finds Leah Walty. Arsenal playing in front of Koge at the moment rather than getting in behind. Jordan Nobbs now plays it to Katie McCabe on that far side. Some movement in front of her, but she goes back to Jordan Nobbs again. And then back to Woobenmoy inside the centre circle. And Arsenal being forced back all the way to Lydia Williams. And then Woobenmoy gets it back again. Arsenal still in possession. Woobenmoy a long ball forward. Again, it's a header from a Koge defender. That time it was Obeys, actually, with that header. Isabella Obeys. And now Woobenmoy's picked a loose ball up for Arsenal. Finds Leah Walty in midfield. Plays a nice little ball in to Kim Little. Flicks it on to Beth Mead, just on the edge of the penalty area. Jordan Nobbs now plays it to this near side to Nikita Paris. She's got Anna Patton just behind her. She gives it to Patton. And Jordan Nobbs again now picks up the ball and plays it square. Again, Arsenal playing in front of Koge. Leah Walty goes back to Jem Beattie. And again, it's back with Woobenmoy inside the centre circle. Leah Walty there played it to Jem Beattie. Just thinks the ball over to that far side to Katie McCabe. Now, can Arsenal get in behind a little bit now? McCabe inside. It wasn't a good ball, actually. Fell slightly behind Kim Little, but she's done well to keep possession. The Arsenal captain, she finds Anna Patton. Plays it out to this near side to Nikita Paris. Can she get past the defender? Instead, she plays the ball square to Leah Walty, and then she pings it out to the far side to Katie McCabe. She's got Beth Mead outside her. Sorry, Caitlin Ford outside. Caitlin Ford makes a run inside, but instead it goes to Leah Walty into Kim Little. But again, the Koge defenders there to cut the ball out, looking for Ford, the goal scorer. Leah Walty again, bringing the ball forward for Arsenal. Pings it out to that far side to Caitlin Ford, who's switched positions with Beth Mead. Actually, Beth Mead's now playing as a centre forward. Caitlin Ford out over on that left-hand side. Of course, that's a position that she plays quite well anyway. Now Leah Walty, can Arsenal get this breakthrough? No, that's a poor ball this time from Walty. And Koge picked the ball up. And it goes back to the goalkeeper. Beth Mead puts the keeper under pressure there, but she does well actually, plays the ball out to this near side. Again to Marvson. And Nikita Paris wins the ball back for Arsenal. As you know, again, it's good defending. In fact, Arsenal won a free kick. I think it was a foul on Beth Mead in the build-up to that move. And it's going to be a free kick to Arsenal on this near side, in line with the penalty area, about 10 yards in from the touchline. So it's going to be a crossing opportunity rather than a shooting opportunity. In fact, it's probably a little bit closer to the touchline than 5 yards. It's about 5 yards in from the touchline. It could be an opportunity for Arsenal to get the ball in the box again. Looks like it's going to be Katie McCabe to whip this ball in. And a Patton's in there, Woober Moyes in there, Caitlin Ford's in there, Nikita Paris as well, all looking to get on the end of this free kick. It is going to be Katie McCabe, I think, with it. Beth Mead's over it as well. Is Katie McCabe going to just whip this in towards a penalty spot? This is where it needs to go. She's lining it up now. Katie McCabe, Beth Mead walks away. She's still waiting on the edge of the penalty area though. And Katie McCabe towards the far post. A decent ball. It's headed back across. It's gone into the side netting at the very far post. I think it was Beattie there. She's got one goal this season already against Reading, of course, in the WSL. It's a good ball that was from Katie McCabe to that far post. Jen Beattie gets up. She maybe should have tried to head it back across the goal rather than going for goal from a very tight angle. It goes into the side netting. Maybe heading it across the goal would have been a better option there from Beattie. An opportunity for Arsenal again. Goes begging. Kim Little now has won the ball back for Arsenal. Really good play from the captain. She finds Leah Walty and she gets the ball over to that far side to Katie McCabe. Arsenal are totally in control of this game now, but not really getting anywhere with the passing, really. It's very sideways and backwards. But Arsenal are keeping possession. Maybe they're going to try and wear Koge out. Maybe that's the plan. And a pattern now on this near side. Plays it back to Woober Moy. And she goes back to Lydia Williams. Arsenal quite happy, it seems, to just keep possession without necessarily doing too much with it. That was a loose ball. That was from Beattie. It was looking for McCabe. It's gone straight out for a throw to Koge. Well, she's not played a lot of football lately, has she? Jen Beattie. She was out of the team with an illness, but she is back now. And again, a bit like Woober Moy, looked a little bit sloppy at times, but she needs these minutes on the pitch, and hopefully it will help for the forthcoming games we've got, which are going to be very, very difficult, as we know. Again, Arsenal won the ball back high up the pitch there. That was Beth Mead won that one. She finds Jordan Nobbs. And the pattern was in a little bit of space on this near side. Instead, it goes to Woober Moy. And again, Woober Moy's falls back to goalkeeper Williams. You can see how much we've been missing Williamson driving the ball forward from defence. When Woober Moy gets it, she tried to drive forward a couple of times, but she lacks that same ability as Williamson, and then balls ends up maybe just going as a safe ball instead. Now, Kim Little, this is a good run. Kim Little with a shot. I think it strikes Nikita Paris, who was trying to get out of the way. It hit Nikita Paris on the back. Not sure if it would have gone in anyway, but it was a good run from Kim Little again on the edge of the penalty area. Woober Moy now plays it square to Jen Beattie. Kim Little, of course, top scorer this season for Arsenal. With actually, no, she's not anymore, is she? Miedemar is with 11. Kim Little's got 10. That's, of course, in all competitions, including the Champions League and the FA Cup. Now, Anna Patton on this near side plays a nice, simple ball. She had a tidy game, Anna Patton, so far. That's a decent ball as well to find Nikita Paris. Can she keep it in? She can on this near side. Nikita Paris running at the Koge defence, plays it back to Anna Patton just inside the penalty area. She gets it back to Paris, does she, inside the box, but Nikita Paris is given offside. It's going to be another free kick to Koge. But yeah, I think Anna Patton's had a decent first half here. She's been neat and tidy with the ball. We've got a long plaited hair. She's not done anything too fancy, just she's got the ball, played it quickly and simply to her teammate. And she's made good strides forward as well at times when she's had the opportunity to. She's had a good game, and a pattern in at right back, of course, tonight. A rare opportunity for her in the starting 11 this season. Still a very young player, of course. Got a big future ahead of her, I'm sure. And I say she's playing well tonight. Leah Walty as well is having a good game in that midfield, winning everything. She's won the ball again for Arsenal, gets it back. She's been pretty neat and tidy with the ball as well. She's shown a good range of passing, short and long. And she's got the ball again, and this time just goes nice and simply back to Jem Beattie and now to Woober Moy. She's got a little bit of space on this near side. Plays it out to Anna Patton, to Nikita Paris, then gets it back. Woober Moy dinks the ball over the top, looking for the run of Paris. That's a good ball. Can Paris keep it in? She can. She's got Anna Patton for help down this side here. Anna Patton with a good first touch. Can she whip a crossing? Instead, again, she plays it simple to Nikita Paris, keeps possession. Kim Little plays it square to Leah Walty. Into Beth Mead, who tried to turn away from the defender, but the ball just ran away from her and the defender managed to clear it. But Arsenal pick it up again with Anna Patton on this near side. Dinks the ball towards a penalty spot, but that's going to be too close to the goalkeeper, who comes and grabs it. We've got, 5 minutes to play in this first half. It is Arsenal 1, Koge 0. Not been the greatest Arsenal performance, if we're totally honest. Rajendra says there, Paris should have kicked the ball quickly to the centre. Yeah, we seem to be quite slow with everything that we're doing, actually. We're keeping possession well, but we're moving the ball quite slowly, and we're not really putting the Koge defence under too much pressure at this moment in time. Katie McCabe has just conceded a free kick on halfway over on that far side, and Koge will have an opportunity to maybe relieve a little bit of the pressure. Not so much pressure, but get a little bit of possession of football that they've not had very much of in the last 20 minutes or so in this first half. They did have a bright start, the Danish team, and that's a long free kick towards the edge of the penalty area. And the pattern doesn't really win that, actually, and it's still in down on this near side with a Koge attack. Keeping a little bit of possession now. The side in green, the same colour as the grass. It's difficult to see their kit sometimes. That's a good ball into the box, actually. It's a nice turn again from Caruso, but Jem Beattie comes across well. And Woober Moy comes across well. And it is going to be a corner to Koge, their first corner of this game. Can they get a shock equaliser just before half time? It would be a shock as well, and it would be against a run of play, but set pieces are an important part of football, and if they can get a decent delivery here, Koge, they could end up with an opportunity to get a goal. Arsenal need to be switched on here in these final 3.5 minutes of this first half. It is a corner on this near side for the Danes attacking the North Bank terrace in this first half. Can they find an equaliser, which would really shake Arsenal? What's the delivery like? It's low into the near post, a poor delivery actually, and it's cleared more high and away by Jordan Nobbs. And still Arsenal haven't totally got it clear. And it's still green shirt with the ball, and now Arsenal won a free kick. It was a foul there by one of the Koge players. I think it might have been Obeys who gave away that free kick. And Arsenal have now got a chance to get this ball away finally. Woober Moy is going to take this free kick. She plays it square to William just outside her penalty area, and she plays it to Jem Beattie. A poor corner that was from Koge. They're not going to get many opportunities, are they? Not many set pieces, and they needed to make more of that, really. It was a poor ball into the near post, and it came to nothing. And Arsenal now looking to get this second goal before half time. Leah Walty has probably been one of our better players. That's a lovely ball over the top. Beth Mead, she's in 1-on-1 with the keeper. Beth Mead rounds the keeper. She slots it in, but I think she's offside. I think it's not going to count. Or is it? Was she offside? She wasn't offside. If the linesman flag for that, that's a poor decision. It was a great run from Beth Mead. She was onside, but the goal's been disallowed. A lovely finish, actually, by Mead. She was a perfect run, actually, off the defender. She was onside. Took it round the goalkeeper and slotted it in, but the flag was raised. Of course, if we had VAR, that goal would have stood. But we haven't. There was maybe a slight doubt over the actual goal that could have perhaps been offside. This one clearly wasn't and was disallowed, so maybe it swings and roundabouts sometimes. But it's a shame because it was a really good finish from Beth Mead, actually. And that goal would have really sealed this victory for us just before half-time as well, wouldn't it? You feel a second goal is what we definitely need. Woober Moy now for Arsenal, bringing the ball forward over halfway. Dinks a long ball over the top, looking for Nikita Paris, but defender read it well. And the Patton's won it back low for Arsenal. She's done well. And the Patton on this near side finds Woober who certainly settled down after a shaky start. She's grown into this game, Woober. Now Leah Walty in the centre circle. Dinks the ball into Kim Little. She plays it into Nikita Paris inside the penalty area. Paris drills a shot across the goal. A good save again from the goalkeeper. Again, quite a comfortable save, but she had to save it. And she did well, the American Marquise. Again, that's good play from Arsenal. It was Kim Little this time with the ball. Split the Koge defence. Nikita Paris got into the penalty area, hit the shot first time. It was probably going in that far corner, but it was a good save again from the goalkeeper. Paris trying to fire the ball across her into the far corner, but it's going to be a corner over on that far side, which Beth Mead is going to take. Can Arsenal get this second goal? It's in towards the near post. Paris there. It was Jem Beattie, was it, came in? Or was it Anna Patton, actually? I think it might have been. It was Anna Patton who came in just behind Paris, got on the end of that corner, but she couldn't keep it down. And the ball's bounced over the top. Just a flick there from Anna Patton, actually. It kind of went over the top. And in fact, that is the half-time whistle. That was the last action of this first half. Arsenal do lead 1-0. Hasn't been the most inspiring performance from Arsenal, if we're totally honest. But we did get the goal after 15 minutes. A well-worked move, actually. Jordan Nobbs found Beth Mead down that far side, Arsenal's left. And she played the ball into the 6-yard box low. And there was Ford with an easy finish into the far corner past the goalkeeper. But Arsenal haven't really created an awful lot of good opportunities, actually. It's been quite slow from Arsenal. Cougar actually are having a little team meeting with their manager on the pitch at the moment, rather than going into the changing room. And Jonas is still sitting on the bench in discussions with his coach as well. So some strange goings on at the moment. Arsenal could have been 2-0 up just for half time. It was a lovely move, a lovely goal. Should have been. It was a great ball from Leah Walty. Found Beth Mead. She was onside, rounded the goalkeeper and slotted in, but the flag was up. And with no VAR to overrule it, the goal was disallowed. So it's been a fairly comfortable from Arsenal, but we've looked sloppy at times at the back. We've conceded one or two opportunities to Cougar, not opportunities at goal, but just dangerous moments that could have led to opportunities. And we've had 396 passes to their 136, kind of sums up how the game's gone. 71% possession to 29 for Koga. We've had 5 attempts on target and 10 in total. Who haven't had any shots at goal yet. 1 corner, Arsenal have had 4. So Arsenal have dominated the game without really getting out of second gear. It has to be said. It's been a very lackluster performance for the most part. But the most important thing is Arsenal are leading this game 1-0. And if we can hang on, well, not so much hang on, but if we can get the 3 points, then that's going to put us in a really, really strong position. Actually, what I'll do is, I didn't check the final score from the Hoffenheim Barcelona game, so I'll have a look at that, because Barcelona were winning the last time that I checked, and if they have won that game and we do win this, then that puts us in a good position. We'd only need 1 point. In fact, Barcelona won 5-0. Wow. So the goal difference of Hoffenheim's not going to be that great, is it? It finished 5-0 in the end to Barcelona. So if we do win this game, that gives us a 6-point lead over Hoffenheim with 2 games to play. And I believe we only need 1 point, wouldn't we? And so if we can get a draw with Barcelona, that would send us through. Because even if Hoffenheim were to beat Koga in their next game, that would, of course, leave us 4 points ahead of them with 1 game to play. So this game is really vital that we do get the job done. Nigel says there, good to see you again, Nigel. He says, smooth sailing so far. With Leah out, I'm not filled with confidence for Barca game. No, and I'm not filled with confidence for the game on Sunday against Manchester United or the cup final against Chelsea without Leah in the team. But unfortunately, she is out. She's injured, and we can't do anything about it now. And you can see that there's a slight weakness there at the centre of Arsenal's defence without Williams in it. And maybe this is an opportunity for us to see exactly where we need to improve going forward. If we're going to, really challenge for the big trophies, I do think we do need to maybe get another centre half in, another central defender who can do a similar job to Williamson, who's got a little bit of pace, because we do seem to be lacking a little bit of concentration as well. Is something that is a little bit worrying, actually, and we need to maybe look at that going forward. But yeah, I mean, we'll have to cope with what we've got. And we've also got Simone Boy, of course, who can come in. I mean, I quite, I like Woober Moy. I think she's a good player, but she can be sloppy at times. And, in every game, she tends to have moments where she switches off, and sometimes it costs us. It hasn't cost us today, but it has done previously. So she just needs to sharpen herself up a little bit, and she'll be a great player. But unfortunately, against a good side like Barcelona and Chelsea, you don't often get away with those sort of mistakes there. So she needs to liven herself up a little bit more in the early stages of games. And it is a worry not having Williamson. It is a big worry. I'm really worried about the next 2 or 3 games, actually. We've got some big games in the WSL. We've got the Cup final coming up. We've got these last 2 Champions League games as well. So, yeah, it's important that we can somehow find the resources to get through these few weeks without Leah, and still keep ourselves in a great position in all the competitions that we're in. The Cup final is going to be tough now, isn't it, against Chelsea? I'm sure their forwards will be relishing the opportunity to have to play against, I'm sure Kirby and Kerr will be really looking forward to playing against maybe Woober Moy and BT. That's going to be crucial in that game, isn't it? So, maybe putting Leah Walty in Manham as well, just to sit in front to protect them, maybe the way forward in that game, and against Barcelona possibly. We'll see what the plans are for that. But, we've got a couple of games before that to worry about, haven't we? Obviously, the second half of this one here, big game on Sunday as well, away at Manchester United in the WSL. We're after dropping those 2 points last week. We have to win this game. We don't really want to go into that cup final, do we? Having thrown away a 6-point lead, a 3-point lead over Chelsea, do we? And end up dropping behind them. So it's really important that we do get a victory on Sunday, and that's really important as well. So, there's been a few rotation of the squad tonight, which I think was important. Hopefully, a few players can be a bit fresher for that game on Sunday. And then we've got a couple of weeks off, haven't we, before the cup final? Of course, these internationals as well in that time. So never easy, is it? Nigel says there, Sam Kerr just renewed at Chelsea. Yes, that's right. We simply have to retain the services of Viv Miedemar in response. Yeah, and I think Viv will sign if she's convinced that the club are heading in the right direction and can challenge for the big trophies. She's a great player, one of the best players in the world. We know that, and she's not going to want to be committing herself to Arsenal if she doesn't feel that she's got an opportunity to be challenging and winning the big trophies. So I think that's important as well. Obviously, we've got off to a great start this season. Everything's going well, but it's more the long-term thing, isn't it? So we'll see how the next few games pan out. Some really big games coming up, and if we keep doing well, I'm sure she'll be keen to stay. So particularly if Lisa does stay in London as well at West Ham, maybe if that move becomes permanent. You can't see Lisa coming back, can you, and getting in this Arsenal team? You've got to be honest at the moment. So maybe she'll go to West Ham, and that might convince Viv to stay in London, and then that's going to be good as well. But football doesn't always work like that, does it? So, but let's hope that Viv does stay, because we can see, tonight she's not in the team, and we're lacking something. We saw how important she was on Saturday. She didn't have a great against Tottenham. She didn't have a great game, did she? I didn't think overall. She played okay, but she showed what she's capable of with that goal right at the end. No one else in our team would have probably got that goal. The way that she attacked that ball, how much she wanted it, and that's what we miss when she's not there, as much as her quality as well. So yeah, it is important that she stays, and I think she will. I'm still fairly confident that she will stay, especially now with this new project, new manager, and the way things are going. I think she will. So let's hope so, because she certainly is going to be key, isn't she, to the future success of this team. And obviously that's what we all want to see. That we all want to see some trophies again. We want to see Arsenal challenging at the top of the league, as we have done, in history. So it'd be nice for Viv to be a part of that, and I'm sure she wants to be as well. So let's hope that can work out. But we'll see. Bearing in mind, I mean, you said about Sam Kerr. Yes, she's not been at Chelsea as long now, has she? So Viv's already been 4 years at Arsenal, hasn't she? So is this her 5th season possibly, isn't it? So she's certainly given us good value, hasn't she? Anyway, and if she does decide to leave, we have to applaud her for what she's done. But yeah, we all want her to stay, and I still think she will. I've got a little feeling that she will stay and help us, lead us to more glory over the next few years as well. And you can see this team's not far away. We're lacking maybe one or two key ingredients still to really push on and become one of the top teams in Europe, and you know, have a chance to win the Champions League again. But we're not far away now, are we? You know, we've got the attacking area sorted out. I feel. I just think defensively is still a little bit weak, and we can see, you know, without Williamson, that there is a little bit of an issue there. But let's see how we got. And I say we got some big games coming up without her, and who knows, if we get the results that we need, that we want in those games, then maybe we can. I'll eat me words, and you know, we would cope without Leah, but we'll see what happens. There's a long way to go, and a lot of big games to play. And we've still got the second half of this game to finish off. It is only 1-0, let's not forget. And, you know, we haven't maybe hit the heights yet. And we haven't needed to be fair, because, you know, Cougar do lack quality. We know that. And the important thing is winning the game at the end of the day, isn't it? That's what it's about. It's about getting the 3 points on the board and putting us in a very, very strong position in this group to qualify for the knockout stage, which is what we all need, what we need to do. It's what we really want to be doing, isn't it? So yeah, it's all good so far, and let's hope we can finish the job in the second half. Maybe play with a little bit more intensity, maybe move the ball forward a little bit quicker, try and get in behind the Koge defence, and, you know, maybe try and wear them out a little bit more, and then I'm sure the goals will come. But you've got to give credit to the Danish team. I think they've played well, and they've certainly worked hard, haven't they? So fair play to them, and I hope that they go on and have success in the rest of the season, just obviously not for the rest of tonight. And we've got a comment in the chat there from Nigel. He said, who would be looking at signing to improve this side? We should be scouting across the Atlantic. Yeah, possibly in Europe as well. I mean, you know, I sometimes find when you're signing players from abroad, it can sometimes take them a while kind of to settle in. And, you know, sometimes if you've got players that are already used to playing in the WSL, they can maybe slot in a little bit quicker. And there's some quality players around, isn't there? I suppose it's who realistically we could sign. You know, that's the key, isn't it? I do think that we do need to sign a defender. That is a big area. And I say a defender with a bit of pace is really what we need to improve us. The teams are coming out here for the second half. Cougar are coming out. I think they might have been making a sub, have they? Oh, no, they haven't noticed though. Svensson was playing already. They do look quite cold, actually, the Danish players, which I say is quite surprising, isn't it, since they come from a rather cold country. But anyway, we are about to start this second half. Arsenal do lead 1-0 and deserve to win 1-0 as well, but hasn't been the greatest performance from Arsenal, if we're totally honest. And they're just showing the goal again. Jordan Nobbs to Beth Mee down that far side. Whipped the ball into the near post. Good cross and a good finish from Caitlin Ford, who just actually a few moments before that had missed a good chance of one-on-one, which the goalkeeper saved. So maybe that will give her a little bit more confidence as well. But yeah, we're just about to say the Koge team are out actually for the second half. I don't think Arsenal have come out yet, actually. But anyway, the fans are all wrapped up with their hats and their scarves in a chilly Hertfordshire evening. And the Koge fans as well, which there are a few. And not as many as there were Arsenal fans in Denmark last week, 400 or so, 500, I believe there was there, which was great to see, wasn't it? Lovely to see some away fans behind the goal last week. But yeah, we're looking forward to this second half here at Borehamwood. Let's hope Arsenal can get a few goals and finish the job off. And I say that would leave us just needing 1 point from these last two games to qualify. And imagine if we got that against Barcelona. But let's remember, Barcelona have just beaten Hoffenheim 5-0 away. That's an impressive result there, isn't it? So, yeah, they're going to take some stopping at Wembley, aren't they? But anyway, even if we do lose that game, we have got the insurance policy of knowing that we do play Hoffenheim in the last game. And we'll probably only need a draw from that game to go through. So it is going to still be in our hands, even if we do lose to Barcelona. But anyway, let's see what happens. The Arsenal substitutes, including Viv, just going off, and Lydia Williams is just getting a little warm up as well before we start the second half. She's not a lot to do, has she? So she must be quite cold, actually. But anyway, she's having a little warm up there. with the goalkeeping coach to keep her on her toes. Rajendra says there, we need strong soldiers like Katie, Beth, Leah, and me. No, we do, of course. And I think we've got a lot of them, but I just feel as though we're just lacking pace at the back, aren't we, at the moment? Certainly in the centre-back positions with Leah out. She's the one that, you know, if someone gets in behind, she can come across and deal with it. And we don't really have anybody to do that now. Obviously, Cougar aren't really getting in behind, are they? So it's not been a problem tonight, but I'm sure Sunday will be a different story. And of course, the following 2 games as well against 2 of the strongest teams in Europe. It's going to be a real test for us, isn't it? But we need to get this game out of the way first. And if we do the job here and get a few more goals, and of course, don't forget, it was only 1-0 last week at half-time, wasn't it? It went on to win 5-1. Arsenal are now coming back out for the second half. Jem Beattie's actually got a tracksuit top on as she comes out, which is quite surprising, when she's about to play. But anyway, that sounds like me. That's what I do on a Saturday morning when it's a bit chilly. I'll wear my hat and my gloves until the very last moment before taking them off. Cougar have just had their little huddle. Arsenal are just about to do theirs before we get going for the second half. Arsenal are going to be attacking the goal to our left in the second half, which is the North Bank stand. That's the terrace with the roof, of course, for those who are familiar. Jem Beattie now takes her tracksuit top off as we get in the huddle. She looks freezing cold, actually, so she needs to run around a little bit more to warm up. Again, she's from Scotland, so you'd imagine she'd be a little bit more, you know, you don't see Kieran Tierney wear a tracksuit top there when it's cold. She needs to liven herself up a bit. But anyway, she has now dispensed with the top and she's ready to go. I don't know, I should maybe wear some of her long sleeves underneath, perhaps, if her arms are cold. But anyway, that's up to her, isn't it? But she does look freezing cold. But Arsenal are about to kick off this second half, 1-0 up in this big Champions League game against Cougar. And it's Caitlin Ford gets us off and underway in the second half. And now Katie McKay will say Arsenal are attacking the goal to our left. So Katie McKay will be playing on this near side for Arsenal, with Arsenal down the left-hand side in the second half. Williams now, Beattie's just jumping around to try to keep warm, I think, more than anything else. And she's now going to get an opportunity to get the ball as well from Wooba Moy. And she plays it simple to Katie McCabe on this near side. McCabe plays it up to Beth Mead. Square ball to Leah Walter, does well again, gets the ball out of her feet, looked to try and ping a long ball, but instead played it short to Beth Mead. Beth Mead again, that's a ball over the top, looking for the run of Katie McCabe. But again, a Cougar defenders there. They defended well in this game, you have to say, that, as they did last week for long spells. You've got to give them a lot of credit, because they wouldn't have been expected to get any results at all in this Champions League. And they've given it their all, and you can't ask for any more than that. So fair play to them. And they did get themselves a goal, of course, last week as well, didn't they? Their first ever Champions League. Oh, slightly short back pass there from Jem Beattie, put Williams in trouble, but Williams did well actually under pressure from Caruso. But again, that's rather hopeful long ball from Arsenal, not really going anywhere in particular. And Cougar now are going to win a throw over on that far side in their defensive third of the pitch. So again, it hasn't really been a great start to the second half from Arsenal. Still looking very lacklustre, actually, it has to be said. But anyway, let's hope it's just because of the opposition rather than any kind of issues. Bearing in mind, we did have a very poor second half at the weekend, didn't we, at Tottenham as well. We've kind of took that into this game a little bit as well, but, you know, the quality of the opposition has been the difference, and we are winning 1-0. But again, it's a sloppy ball. That was from Katie McCabe unusually, and now it's the goal scorer from last week, plays the ball forward. This is a good attack actually from Cougar inside the penalty area for Arsenal from Caruso. Can she get a cross in? Jem Beattie holds her up well actually, but she's still got the ball. Caruso gets a cross in across the 6-yard box. Oh, it's good defending that was actually there from Kim Little, I think it was. It was Kim Little. Brilliant defending there. Held off the attacking player behind her. But that was a good ball there, actually. A good attack. And again, Caruso's causing a problem. She's definitely been the best player for the Danish team in this game tonight, certainly in an attacking sense. She has offered a bit of a threat, actually, when she's had the ball. And she did well there, whipped that cross in towards the penalty spot. But Kim Little there, strong, held off the attacker and managed to get the ball clear. which is what we needed to do. Tom's in the chat. How are you doing, Tom? Thanks for tuning in. He says, evening, Rich. Better late than ever. No, indeed, don't worry. I'm glad to see you. He said, we're very dominant in the first half. Nikita's been better than usual today, getting a bit more involved, which is good. Yeah, Nikita's played well. You want to see her, maybe looking more of a threat at goal, but she's certainly playing well. I think everyone's playing quite well. We're just lacking a little bit of spark. But this could be a second goal. Oh, a lovely ball from Katie McCabe, looking for the run of Kim Little. But the ball just ran through there to the goalkeeper, just overhit slightly. But that was a little bit better from Arsenal. We're still struggling to maybe string together meaningful attacks. Again, a sloppy ball there from Leah Walty, actually, who's played pretty well tonight so far. Nigel says there, does Tierney start at the weekend? It would seem harsh to Ben Tavares given his current vein of form. It's a tough one, isn't it? Because whoever plays left back for us is probably going to be coming up against a certain Mo Salah. So I think he said Mo Farah then. Mo Salah. So it's going to be a tough job. Kieran Tierney is probably stronger defensively than Tavares, but Tavares is probably going to be able to offer us more going forward. So it's a tough one, isn't it? And I know Tierney played well for Scotland the other night, and he's obviously back fit again. So you'd imagine Tierney will probably come in, and it would be harsh on Tavares actually because he's been playing well, hasn't he? But we'll see what happens. It's going to be an interesting. It's good to have an option, isn't it? I suppose it's good for the manager to have options, but we'll see what happens. There, Arsenal now coming forward. Caitlin Falk does well, and she's won a free kick actually. Beth Mead did well initially as well. And Rajendra says there that was a good move. It was a good move, yeah. It was a lovely move, but unfortunately didn't quite lead to a shot at goal. We haven't had a shot at goal yet in the second half. Jem Beattie now striding forward, plays a simple ball into Falk. She's got Nikita Paris outside of Caitlin Falk. She finds Nikita Paris on the edge of that penalty. Drills the ball across the penalty area just behind Kim Little, who'd made that run again. Leah Walty now picks the ball up, pings it to Jordan Nobbs, but Jordan Nobbs gets it taken off her by the goal scorer from last week, Pokorny. Empress 29 is in the chat. Hi, Richard. Good evening. Good night. Yeah, good evening, mate. How you doing? Hope you're well. Thanks for joining us tonight. It's not been the greatest game of football, if I'm totally honest. It's been a little bit frustrating, but Arsenal are winning 1-0. That early goal from Caitlin Ford, and we did have a perfectly good goal from Beth Mead disallowed as well just before half time. But Cougar are very limited opposition. Let's be honest. They've worked hard and they've had one or two little opportunities actually, including one at the start of this second half to get an equaliser. But Arsenal have largely been in control and are coming forward now with Woburn Moy. Plays the ball into Beth Mead, who's playing very centrally now. A lovely little touch there. It's a good ball from Beth Mead to Katie McCabe on his far near side. Dinks across into the 6-yard box. Again, it's headed clear twice actually by Cougar. Comes to Kim Little. She plays it out this time to Jordan Nobbs over on that far side. She's got Anna Patton for her company. Anna Patton now drives forward towards the edge of the penalty area. Anna Patton plays it to Kim Little. But again, a sloppy ball from Arsenal. But Wilbur Moy picks up that loose ball, plays it out to Jordan Nobbs over on that far side. Crossing towards the penalty spot. Looking for Caitlin Ford, but again, Cougar defend well, scramble it clear, and now it's a longer clearance forward towards Caruso, wins a header, but Beattie's there tidying up behind, and Leah Walty now inside the centre circle for Arsenal. Jordan Nobbs now finds Nikita Paris, gets it back. Jordan Nobbs over on that far side into Leah Walty. Maybe Arsenal are now starting to find a little bit more rhythm at the start of this second half. We played 51.5 minutes. Katie McCabe plays it in to Beth Mead. Having a little run at the Cougar defence. Now plays it out to McCabe into the box. Towards the 6-yard box towards Caitlin Ford again. But again, it's a Cougar defender there. Arsenal finding this green wall quite difficult to break down. And a pattern now finds Jordan Nobbs. She plays it square to Leah Walty. Arsenal keeping possession. Katie McCabe. She's got Caitlin Ford just inside her. Ford on the edge of the penalty area. Plays it in to Jordan Nobbs. Oh, she tried to turn. And then she was going to try a shot there, but unfortunately the ball just got stuck under her feet a little bit. And Cougar can get it clear, looking for a counter-attack. But Beat is there again to tidy up and plays it back to Lydia Williams. I think Arsenal need this second goal, don't they, just to really, get a full grip on this game. And Arsenal have won a free kick. Caruso there with a foul on Jem Beattie, trying desperately hard to win the ball back for her team. But Arsenal now gain possession again with Beattie. Now finds McCabe. Plays it up the line to Jordan Nobbs. And now Beth Mead very wide on this near side. Finds Katie McCabe and Beth Mead gets it back. Short ball actually. Mead had to stretch to get it. And in the end, It's gone straight to a green shirt. That's a good ball down the line again. Caruso's running behind Jem Beattie's in the penalty area, Caruso. And she's managed to win herself a corner, has she? Off of Jem Beattie. Or is it a goal kick? No, it's a goal kick. Looked like it may have been a corner, but it's given us a goal kick. And relieve a little bit of pressure. But again, Caruso's causing problems in behind that Arsenal defence at times in this game. And she did again there. But Beattie did well that time to hold her up. Leah Walty now plays it in to Jordan Nobbs on a half turn as she pings the ball looking for Nikita Pass. But again, it's not a very good ball. Cougar again managed to scramble it clear. Leah Walty again to Katie McCabe. And Arsenal played nice little short passes, but lacking penetration. Katie McCabe again. She's got Beth Mead outside. A lovely little ball in towards Beth Mead, but it just runs away from her again. And it's going to be a throw to Arsenal. It was Fenderson there with the clearance. Kim Little now looking to maybe inject a little bit of quality into Arsenal's passing in that final third, which has been lacking throughout this game. Wilbermoy plays it in to Jordan Nobbs. Wilbermoy again to Paris. Paris does well. Little ball to Jordan Nobbs. Arsenal again are being forced backwards by the Cougar defence. Now it's Kim Little on this near side. Plays the ball back to Leah Walty. Dinks the ball over the top, looking for Paris, but it wasn't really close enough to her. Again, it was defended well. But Jordan Nobbs wins it back. Anna Patton finds Jordan Nobbs again. A little square ball inside to Leah Walty. Dinks one across. Oh, it was looking for the runner, Katie McCabe. She would have probably been in on goal there, but good defending again by the hard-working Green defence. And now they're coming forward themselves. Again, it's the scorer there. Oh, good tackle that was there from Wilbermoy. She had to get across there. Looked as though Pogorni was going to go past her on this near side, but a good tackle from Wilbermoy. But it is a throw to Koge. And again, they've looked dangerous on the counter-attack, the Danish team. You can certainly see why they did cause Barcelona some problems. They caused us some problems last week. We're not playing anywhere near as well as we did, actually. I thought maybe, the artificial pitch last week hindered us a little bit, but we managed to score 5, whereas this week on our own pitch, we've been a little bit off the boil, actually. Let's hope that's not a sign of things to come following that second half at the weekend. A long ball played into the box and a pattern there wins our header. But again, Arsenal don't really deal with it particularly well, but then it's Nikita Paris comes in to help out our defence again. But the clearance from Anna Patton is not really that effective. And again, Koge picked the ball up. So Dink ball over the top. And Patton slips. It's going to be a chance for the equaliser. It's going in, but Wilbermoy is there. In fact, I think it may have been an offside anyway. Anna Patton was caught out. Is it a free kick, actually, for a foul on Anna Patton? It was a lovely ball over the top, actually, to find the run there. Or maybe a push in the back it was. Perhaps it was, yeah, on Anna Patton. As she was there, she was pushed in the back as she fell over. So maybe it looked like she'd maybe slipped and let in and let an opportunity there for Koge. But in the end, it was a foul and it was a free kick. But Arsenal, again, still a little bit sloppy in their passing, but Leah Walty does well there. Regenda says they're playing well and the decisions are not going their way. Yeah, that's true. Caitlin Ford now finds McCabe down his near side. It's a good cross towards the far post. Nikita Pass was coming in, but again, it's a Cougar head there. Wins the ball, but they don't really clear it particularly well. Although they have now, they can maybe launch a counter-attack. It's just hoofed up the pitch. But Caruso is going to chase after this, as she's done all night, worked really hard up there on her own. She's now facing with Wilbermoy. Cuts inside, tries a shot, blocked by Wilbermoy. Good defending that was that time by the Arsenal and England defender. But Caruso is certainly a live wire. It's caused a lot of problems for our defence tonight. Another ball played in again. It's a bit sloppy for Arsenal, but we do manage to scramble. It's Kim Little takes control, which is what she does so well. And now she's got the ball back again from Caitlin Ford. But again, Arsenal looking a little bit sloppy at the back. Pretty lacklustre, actually. It's not been a very good performance at all, this. It has to be said. We've played 57 minutes. Arsenal do lead 1-0. We are the much better team. But we've just been far too sloppy. But that's a better ball from Katie McCabe. Fires Nikita Paris. But again, the defenders there. Thought she'd won a throw for her team, but it has gone to Arsenal, which Anna Patton's going to take over on that far side. You certainly wouldn't be surprised if Koge get a goal in this game. And you could say they possibly deserve a goal just for how hard they've worked. They've refused to give up. They've refused to make it easy for Arsenal. And despite that early goal, it hasn't really settled us down, and we haven't really gone on to really open them up. Jordan Nobbs now, that's a good ball out to Nikita Paris on that far side. A ball in towards the near post. Beth Mead comes in with a flick. Again, the flag's gone up. I'm not sure if she was offside again, but the flag was up. And it wouldn't have counted anyway, but Beth Mead didn't really get hold of that ball at all. A lovely ball there from, actually she was offside that time, Beth Mead. That was the right decision. She tried to flick it in and didn't really get much contact on it, but it was offside. So that one was the right decision, unlike the one in the first half when Beth Mead scored and she was onside. That was a better decision there. Andy there says it would be nice if Jonas made some changes around 60th to regain some momentum. Frida, Viv, for example. Yeah, possibly. Or is he wanting to rest them a little bit more for the weekend? Really big game that is, isn't it? I want to see us. I think maybe if we can seal this win here, get the second goal, then maybe we might see some changes. I'm not sure whether or not we'll see Viv actually, or maybe Frida. I don't know whether he's saving him. I say for the weekend, we might see maybe Taya Goldie perhaps come on, or Hussein as well to have a run up front. Who knows? We'll see. But yeah, I would like to see a few changes. You know, some of these players probably need a rest. I think Beth probably needs a rest. We saw Leah Williamson being overplayed has led to her injury. So, you know, Beth played a lot of football this season. Yes, she didn't have the Olympics, but she has played a lot of football. We had to rest Viv, of course, didn't we, recently for the same reason. So I think we've got to manage these players pretty well. It's been a busy season, hasn't it, with the qualifiers for the Champions League. We started early. It's been pretty relentless, really, with the FA Cup as well, and we've got the final to come and the Champions League as we're playing now. So yeah, it's a big schedule that we've had this season. We did speak about it on the women's show. We spoke about it a few times actually, and yeah, we need to manage this squad right. I'll be looking at taking Beth Mead off, and I think if we can get the second goal, in fact, some substitutions are being ready now on that far side. I can't see who they are yet. But we are going to be making at least three substitutions, getting ready for Arsenal to come on. I would definitely take Beth Mead off and give her a rest, and possibly Kim Little as well. She hasn't stopped running in this game. Kim Little, she's non-stop, isn't she? She's on the ball again there. Lovely turn, Kim Little. Is she going to get herself a goal before she does go? She's inside the penalty area, Kim Little. She does well. Finds Beth Mead, who's over on that far side now. And a pattern with a cross, not a great cross. And again, it's a Koge head that gets there first. And it goes back to the goalkeeper. Oh, it's a bit of a loose touch. Nikita Paris nips in, but it's gone out for a goal kick. And is this the opportunity now for Arsenal to make the substitutions? I think it's going to be Paris is one of the players to go off, is she? It is Frida Manham, it is Viv, and it is Steph Catley coming on. Jem Beattie looks like she may be one of the ones coming off. Let's have a look. Yeah, Jem Beattie's going off. She did look cold, so she can go and warm herself up now. And Frida Manham's coming on. Viv is coming on for Nikita Paris. And Steph Catley is coming on for Katie McKay. So that's a like-for-like change there. I'm not sure if Frida Manham's going to play in defence, or are we going to go to three at the back with Woober, Moy, Catley, and Patton. I'm not quite sure yet. Or is Patton going to play centre back? Maybe. But we have made the three substitutions then. So Catley's on for McCabe. Viv Miedemar is on for Nikita Paris, and Frida Manham is on for Jem Beattie. Just trying to see how this is organised. It looks like Caitlin Fall's going to play on the left. Miedemar is going to play through the centre. Steph Catley is definitely playing at left back. Looks like three. It looks like we have gone three at the back actually. Looks like Leah Walty may have dropped in there, but Koge coming forward now. A shot from about 25 yards, 30 yards, quite comfortable for Lydia Williams. That may well be their first shot on target actually. Andy says there, true, you're right, just impatient and think we need a good finish to this game. No, we do. I agree. We do need a good finish to this game. And Connor says, hey, mate, thanks for tuning in. He says, good evening, Richard. How's the game going? It's not been great from Arsenal. We're winning 1-0, an early goal from Caitlin Ford, but we've not really played that well. We've dominated the possession, but we've been quite sloppy at times. We've been quite slow moving the ball around, and Cougar have had one or two half chances maybe to get a goal. So we've made some substitutions now. Let's hope that makes a difference. And if we can get the second goal, I'm sure we'll end up winning quite comfortably in the end. I'm sure Viv will want to get a goal. Broke a mini drought, didn't she, at the weekend against Tottenham? So she'll be eager to add another goal to her tally tonight, I'm sure. But it does look as though it's possibly a three at the back, actually, that we've gone with at the moment. I think it's Patton, Woober, Moy, and maybe Leah Walty. And I think we've got Catley is pushing on as like a wing back on one side of the pitch, and I'm not sure who's the other wing back actually yet. We haven't had the ball over that side. Leah Walty now looks like she has dropped into centre back. Manham has gone into midfield. In fact, I think Catley's playing as a. That was Woober Moy, sorry. Now Leah Walty pings the ball to Jordan Nobbs. But again, she loses. It's not been a great game from Jordan Nobbs, actually. Catley now playing as a left wing back, it seems, very high up the pitch. Finds Leah Walty and then plays it in to Frida Manham, who's just come on. In to Viv, who plays it off to Woober Moy. It is a free at the back. And a pattern there. It looks like Anna Patton might be pushed on, actually. So I think the free, it looks like, or is it still four at the back? It's quite difficult to tell at the minute. Maybe Leah Walty's just dropped into centre half in place of Jem Beattie. Although Catley and Patton do seem to have pushed on a little bit more. But Woober Moy there plays it in to Frida Manham, the Norwegian, having a great first season at Arsenal. Leah Walty now plays it to Catley on this near side. Scored that great free kick last week, didn't she? Frida Manham, little ball off to Viv, who plays it to Jordan Nobbs. Now Kim Little plays it out to that far side to Beth Mead. She's got Anna Patton inside her. Beth Mead cuts back. Kim Little on the edge of the penalty area. Shifts it to Steph Catley. She's going to try a shot. No. Instead, she finds Caitlin Ford on this near side. Tries to dink a ball through towards Mead and Meyer, but it's gone out for a throw to Arsenal, which they've taken quickly, actually. It's Viv Mead and Meyer now. That's a great ball towards the far post. It's Beth Mead with a header. Oh, it was a little bit too close to the goalkeeper. Maybe she needed to head it back across the goal. But it was a lovely ball from Viv there over the top of the Koge defence, and a header from Beth Mead at the far post, which was not really lacking. It lacked a lot of power. Tom says there, Koge have woken up since the first half. Yeah, they have. I thought I was watching England v San Marino in the first half, just passing it about between ourselves. Yeah, without any cutting edge though, really. Now, Caitlin Ford, she's got Steph Catley running outside. She cuts inside Ford, drills a shot, but it's straight at the goalkeeper again. Khan says, yeah, I don't know how to pronounce Koge. Well, it's sort of Koge, I think. But I didn't expect them to give us anything to worry about. Well, no, they haven't really. We've maybe made a lot of problems for ourselves. They've worked hard, the Danish team. They have really worked hard. They just lack that quality, really. Their striker up front, Caruso's done really well, actually. And Tom says there, looks like they have shortened the width of the pitch by a foot or two, a bit random, maybe different regulations. Yeah, I think it is that we've done it in the other Champions League game as well against Hoffenheim, and I think it must be the regulations. Maybe the line's got to be further away from the stand. Now Viv inside the penalty area. This is an opportunity for the second goal. Viv, it's deflected there off a Cougar defender. Actually, the defender did well. A lovely turn that was from Viv Miedemar just on the edge of the penalty area, burst into the box and drilled a shot. But it hit the defender who had stayed with her well, actually come across well the defender. Good defending again from the Danish team. They have certainly worked hard at the back as well to keep us out. Well, not keep us out completely because it is 1-0, but certainly keep the score down. But you do feel if we get a second goal anytime soon, we will get a few more. This is a corner from Beth Mead all the way across, but it's headed out again. Finds Jordan Nobbs on the edge of the penalty area. Plays it out to that far side to Frida Manham into the box. Looking for Miedemar again, who's looking sharp actually, but the defender came across obeys, and it is going to be another corner to Arsenal, this time from the far side. Arsenal are certainly ramping up this pressure now since the substitutions. It has given us a little bit more life, we look a little bit more lively now. Steph Catley's going to take this corner. curling it in with left foot from the right hand side. Curling it in towards the near post. It's a decent corner, but the goalkeeper comes well to punch it forwards to Jordan Nobbs. She tried a volley, but it's gone. She didn't get hold of it at all. It's gone out for a goal kick to Koge. So 67 minutes played, halfway through this second half. It is still Arsenal 1, Koge 0. Obviously, we will take the 3 points, but that would be a disappointing result, really, wouldn't it? A disappointing scoreline after we scored 5 away last week. But we just haven't really got the intensity in our play tonight for whatever reason, and we have sort of struggled to create too many good opportunities in this game. And while it's only 1-0, Koge coming forward again, but again Kim Little steps in. Leah Walty now, she's got Steph Catley outside and plays it inside instead to Jordan Nobbs, and now Catley has got it on this near side, finds Jordan Nobbs again. As Arsenal just trying to keep possession, as we have done pretty well tonight overall. Now Leah Walty playing in defence now for Arsenal, plays it into midfield to Frida Manham, who does well. Frida Manham, it's a nice little ball into Jordan Nobbs. Back to Viv, who's very deep. He thinks the ball over to that far side to Beth Mead. A lovely touch inside to Anna Patton inside the penalty area. Anna Patton tries a shot across the box. It just went away from Mead, but we have won a corner, have we, at the far post? Yes, we have. Caitlin Ford came in at the far post. It looked as though the ball was going to go right the way across, but it did find Caitlin Ford at the far post. And as she tried to keep the ball in, it hit the defender and went out. But it was a decent ball across the box. And Caitlin Ford came in and managed to win a corner. Arsenal taking it quickly, actually. Catley now finds Beth Mead again over on this near side. Faced by a defender, Beth Mead cuts inside, finds Viv just on the edge of the penalty area. Plays it square to Jordan Nobbs. Square again to Kim Little. Dinks the ball towards the penalty spot, towards Caitlin Ford. She won the header. But again, it's a Koge defender, gets away, but not very fast. Beth Mead now plays it towards Viv inside the penalty. Viv gets there first. Can she keep it in on this near side? She does keep it in really well there, Viv. Can she pull a cross in now? She's managed to find Catley, gets it back. Miedemar is just inside the penalty area, plays it back to Manham. She tries a shot from the edge of the box, a low shot down to the goalkeeper's right-hand side, but it was a fairly comfortable save. And again, Arsenal can't find the second goal. Carter says, watching the game on DAZN, but the stream was laggy. They showed what women's football is like in Sweden. The men and women train at the same ground and play in the same stadium. The crowd, well, yeah, some countries are doing it well, aren't they? I mean, we're getting there in this country, I think. I think that the TV deal is helping. And the fact that, we've played a couple of games at the Emirates now, and I do feel as though it is going to change women's football in this country over the next few years for the better. And yeah, I'd like to see maybe the women play at the Emirates all the time. I suppose it's just that at the moment the crowds are still fairly low, and even if we got 20,000, it almost seems not worth opening the Emirates for that. But anyway, we'll see what happens. Caitlin Ford now down this near side for Arsenal, battling away. Good defending again from Forge there for the Danish team. Throw quickly taken there by Catley, finds Miedemar, who's actually looked really sharp since she's come on. Manham has also made a difference. The substitutions have certainly helped. Manham again for Arsenal, plays it to Leah Walty now. Pings it to this near side to Catley. That's a good ball up the line to Caitlin Ford. Can she keep it in? She can. Tries to get across him, but again, the defenders across well. Is going to be another corner to Arsenal over on that far side. We just can't break them down, can we? Just as well we've got an early goal, or things would be getting a little bit tense now, wouldn't they? We're 19 minutes away from full time. It is still only 1-0, and if we hadn't got that goal, who knows? But anyway, we did. Now Jordan Nobbs, Arsenal just keep plugging away, looking for an opening, which so far isn't coming. The ball's played back to Wooba Moy. She's not had as much of the ball in the second half, actually, but she's got it now. Plays a good ball up the line to Beth Mead. She plays it inside to Jordan Nobbs, back to Leah Walty, gets it back Jordan Nobbs. It's a little ball to Viv Miedemar now on this left-hand side, running at the Koge defence, across there, hits a defender. But Caitlin Ford picks it up, finds Jordan Nobbs. Is relentless Arsenal possession, but not really any pressure on the goal at this stage. Manham plays it out to the far side, Anna Patton now. Plays it back to Frida Manham. It's a good ball into Kim Little. She does really well actually, and she's actually given away a free kick there. I don't know if it was a handball, possibly the ball ricocheted up. Rajendra says there they could play at the Leighton Orient ground, which has a 12,000 capacity and nearer to Highbury. I mean, obviously we've got an agreement with Borehamwood, haven't we? I don't know how long that's got left to run. So I don't think we can just leave because I think we're tied into some sort of deal with them. And it's a nice place to play, let's be fair, but it, like you said, it's a bit far. It's a bit further out of London, and Leighton Orient would be closer. I'd like to see Arsenal maybe play at the training ground of women, maybe build some stands, make it, I don't know, 5,000, do something there maybe, or build a little place for them there possibly. I don't know, but I think we're going to have to stay at Borehamwood for a while. And it is a nice ground. It's a nice place to play. It's just, and it is our home, I suppose, in a way for the women, isn't it? But we're coming forward now looking for this second goal, which would certainly seal the victory. Across there, finds Miedemeier, and there's penalty. Surely this will be 2-0. No, she can't get away. A shot away. Again, the defenders come across and blocked it. And you thought Miedemeier was in there to get a goal, actually, because the cross was deflected into her path. She did really well. But just as she was about to have a shot, a defender came across and just blocked it, and it was comfortable again for the goalkeeper. But mistake at the back. Viv now picks it up, finds Beth Mead inside the penalty. Is Beth Mead going to get the goal this time? Squares it across the goal. It will be 2-0. No, it's not. The defender comes across again. Oh, Blaze, that was with the tackle there. It looked like it was going to be a simple tap in. Was it Viv who was just about to tap it in? Good play from Beth Mead. It looked like she was going to shoot it. So she rolled it across the walls, Viv, but the defender came across. Now the cross comes in from Steph Catley, goes all the way across to the far side to Anna Patton. It did score last week, of course. Kim Little plays the ball forward to Beth Mead. Kim Little again inside the penalty, but again it's a defender in the way. But Arsenal now are really turning up the pressure now. I think Koge are tiring. They can't get out of their own penalty area at the moment. It is a throw to Arsenal on this near side. You can see the second goal coming in a minute. They surely can't keep this defensive work up for much longer. Kim Little now, there's a lot of space over on that far side actually. And a Patton gives it back to Kim Little. She's got Manham inside her. And she just plays it back actually to Leah Walty. Plays it into Manham. That's a good ball to Beth Mead. Manham gets it back. Is she going to score herself? No, she plays it to Beth Mead on this near side. She's got Catley outside her. Dinks the ball towards the far post. A great ball towards Beth, towards Viv. She couldn't quite get there. He's come all the way across to the far side. The cross comes in, but it's actually blocked. It was Caitlin Ford, I think, over on that far side. And it is going to be a throw now to Arsenal. Tom says there, hopefully not fatigue. It comes Sunday lunchtime. That'll be 3 games in 7 days. Yeah, big ask. It's been a big ask. We've had a big schedule, haven't we? The general says there, Borehamwood is near the training ground, but awkward to get to in the evening or late. So that is an awkward place to get to, yeah. Mind the training ground isn't that easy to get to either, is it, if we're honest? We need to play somewhere that's near an underground station would be useful, wouldn't it? But anyway. Maybe Emirates will do. That's close enough to an underground station, isn't it? Maybe we'll just play there. But I know there is some deal at Borehamwood. I'll have to find out how long actually we're actually initially tied into this for. It's been a long time we've played there, hasn't it, already? And it'd be a shame to move in away because it has become the home of the Arsenal women, hasn't it? But, you know, it's the stands are black and white. We'd like to play somewhere that's like red and white. Do you know what I mean? That really represents the club, maybe with red seats and stuff like that. So, but anyway. Now it's a chance for Koge to get an equaliser. Oh, good save from Williams there. Oh, one sloppy moment again at the back. Almost cost us a goal, as in fact it did last week. This would have been a really crucial goal. It could have seen us drop 2 more points. A ball into the box there. Flick on. Catley didn't cover herself in glory, actually. She dallied too much. The shot came in from the goal scorer last week, Podolski. And maybe she should have scored, actually. But good save with Williams' leg there. It was going in, but again, Arsenal sloppy. It was Catley's mistake last week that led to the goal, wasn't it? And again, she was a little bit sloppy there in the box. Wanted to take an extra touch. She didn't need to. She just cleared it away. And it was quick work there from Pogorni. Sorry, I'll get her name right one day. And it was a good save from Williams, actually. That was a big moment in this game because had they scored then, you know, we could have seen another 2 points slip away this time in the Champions League, and that could have been crucial, couldn't it? Tom says, I've just seen they've opened up 3 more blocks for the Barca match. We are round to block 9 now, with a few weeks to go still. Get your tickets, boys. He goes, yeah, I think it's going well, that, isn't it? It's going to be a big crowd. It's going to be fantastic, that, actually, isn't it? Let's hope that we put in a better performance than we have tonight, and can get the draw that we may well need to go through. Jordan Nobbs now plays the ball out to that far side. Anna Patton's got a little bit of space to line a cross up. Again, it's a poor cross. Hit the first defender, but it has gone out for a corner. Again, Arsenal not making the most of the opportunity. And Rajendra says there, the warm-up helped. I'm not sure who it helped. It doesn't seem to help us, is it? Oh, you mean the goalkeeper warm-up? Oh, yeah, no, maybe it did, yeah, because she certainly was sharp there and saved it with her legs, didn't she? So maybe it did help, yeah, because she had a lot to do, actually, Williams. But that's the job of a goalkeeper, isn't it? You don't have much to do, and when you have a save to make, you've got to be ready to make it, and she was, reacted well, and made a good save that's kept us in front. They're making a substitution now, Koge. It was Sazierwicz who's gone off. I'm not sure who's come on, actually. I didn't see who came on, but no doubt we will find out very soon who the substitute is for the Danish team. We have got a corner which he takes over on that far side. Cross comes in deep, but again, it's too close to the goalkeeper, who's grabbed that well. She hasn't had to play as well tonight, has she, the American goalkeeper for Koge? She's made 1 or 2 saves, but last week she was absolutely outstanding. But we haven't tested her enough this week, which is unfortunate, because we would have gone on and maybe won this game by a few more goals. But anyway, we're just 11 minutes away now from full time, and we just had a little bit of a scare there with an effort from Koge that produced a good save from Williams, actually, and Koge got the ball again. This game certainly isn't won yet, actually. It should be won, and we have been a much better team, but it isn't won yet, and we do need another goal to really put the seal on it. But so far, we haven't managed to get it. And again, Koge coming forward, but this time they lose the ball to Frida Mann, and Kim Little now plays it back to Leah Walty. She's got Catley outside her. Yeah, we have stayed 4 at the back, actually. Leah Walty's just dropped into centre half. I thought we may have gone to 3 at the back, but we haven't. Now this is a chance for Caitlin Ford to open her legs on this near side. She kicks the ball in well. The Australian running at the Koge defence inside the penalty area now. Caitlin Ford plays it square to Frida Mann, and Michigan line up a shot. She dinks one over the top towards Beth Mead. It falls to Beth Mead. Surely that's the goal. Oh, she's put it wide. That was Jordan Nobbs, actually. Sorry, Jordan Nobbs inside the penalty area. Oh, she should have scored that there. That should have been the second goal. A lovely ball over the top from Frida Mann. A lovely run from Jordan Nobbs. And she tried to put it in that far corner, open her body up, and she couldn't find that goal. It's gone wide of the post. And Viv was put her arms out there, maybe winning the ball across the goal for her to tap in, but we've missed another opportunity. Rajendra says there the Koge defence are really trying and putting a strong effort. No, they have. They've done that all night, haven't they? And fair play to them, actually. But we've been. I don't think we've been at our best at all in this game. It has to be said. It's not been a great performance. But as long as we get the 3 points now, don't do anything silly like we almost did a little while ago and concede a soft goal. We are now into the last 9 minutes of normal time. It is still 1-0. I wouldn't say I'm getting nervy, but I could do with a second goal. Let's just say that. And then we know the job's done and we can put the Champions League to bed for a couple of weeks and worry about these next 2 big games in the WSL and the Cup final to come. Leah Walty now plays it to Steph Catley, plays the ball up the line to Viv. Now Caitlin Ford, who's played well, actually. Caitlin Ford, it's her goal that separates the teams at the moment. Again, it's a sloppy layoff there from Kim Little, but she wins the ball back quickly. And Rajendra says these are the moves that will get us through. Let's hope so. Now Frida Manham, good run again from Frida Manham. She finds Caitlin Ford. She lays it off to Viv Miedemeier out on this near side. She's gone past the defender inside the penalty area. She's won a corner for Arsenal. Yet another corner. And can we get this second goal? It's a corner over on the near side, which Beth Mead is lining up to take. It's going to be an in-swinger with her right foot. It's a good ball in towards the near post, and it comes in, and it is 2-0 this time. We do finally get the goal. It's Wooben Moy. She's had a strange game in many ways, not been at her best at times, but she's got herself another goal. That's her third goal of the season. And finally, we have sealed the points. Good corner that was actually from Beth Mead. Drilled in towards the edge of the 6-yard box. A good header actually from Woobenmoy. She's done that a few times this season. Good run off the ball. Got in between the two defenders there for Cougar and headed in from close range. That was a good header. And we finally got a second goal. That finally seals it. And we can now relax and, look forward to going 6 points clear in second place in the group. In fact, we might get more goals now. Looking for another one. It's going to be another corner to Arsenal, this time over on the far side. Tom says there, yes. And Khan says, come on. And Andy, so nice to get that goal. Yeah, it's definitely nice to get that goal. We needed it, didn't we? And Regenda says, Caitlin held the goalkeeper at bay. Right, let's see if we can get a third goal here. Another corner. This time it's Caitlin. It's Steph Catley going to take this over on that far side for Arsenal. Can we get a third goal? Again, it's a dangerous ball, but this one comes into the goalkeeper, who's punched it clear under pressure. In fact, it's going to be a free kick, I think, for the Danish team. I think it was Caitlin Ford there, manhandling the goalkeeper. And it is going to be a free kick. Nigel says there, where is Tobin Heath? I'm not sure. She's had a bit of an injury. And she was on the bench against Tottenham, and she didn't look like she was ever likely to come on. She's not on the bench tonight. In fact, we've only named 6 substitutes tonight, in actual fact. Iwa Bocci's not on the bench either. So I don't know if they're just being rested for this game. You maybe felt that we had enough about us to win. And it is now looking as though it's going to be the case. We're 5.5 minutes away from full time. We have finally got that second goal. Lottie Woobenmoy with the header. Very Leah Williamson type goal that, wasn't it? She's got a couple of them this season. As Woobenmoy, I suppose it's her second goal. The other one, I think, against Tottenham in the cup went down as an own goal, didn't it? But that's her second proper goal following the earlier goal against Everton at the same end of the pitch, actually. And that was from a corner as well. She offers a threat. We are a threat from set pieces, aren't we? And I think that's important as well. But a little bit more concern with the performance tonight, following on from that second half against Tottenham. But we are finishing strongly here, and we may well get some more goals now. Here's Caitlin Ford scored the first goal. Dinks the ball towards that near post, but looking for the run of Viv, but the ball went straight into the arms of the goalkeeper. Carl says, I see wearing a proper top with a cannon the correct way around. Yeah, of course. I do like I'm a bit old school, maybe. I do like the old Arsenal kits a lot more than the newer ones. And this is one of my favourites, actually. I've got another one as well with the AFC like balls underneath the cannon. I wish over that side of it. I wear that sometimes as well. Cougar now coming forward, maybe looking for what now would probably just be a consolation goal. Ball lofted into the box, which is going to run all the way across to Kim Little. And she just plays it up the line to Beth Mead. It was her corner, of course, that set up the second goal. She, in fact, got the assist for both goals, actually, tonight. Not unusual, is it, for Beth Mead to be getting an assist? She tried to get another assist there for Viv Miedemar, but that ball curled away into the arms of the goalkeeper. And I think Cougar are going to make another substitute, actually, in these last few minutes of this game. In fact, they are. It's going to be number 20 coming on, who is Kramer. Cornelia Kramer is coming on. And in fact, it's going to be Pokorny who's going off, the goal scorer from last week. And had the best chance tonight as well, didn't she, for Koga. Denied by Williams. It would have made it 1-1 at the time, and that would have made it a lot more of a nervy last 15 minutes, wouldn't it? But it was a good save from Lydia Williams, and we have now since gone on to get the second goal. We are now, 3 minutes away from the end of the 90 in what's been a reasonably comfortable victory for Arsenal without really getting out of second gear, it has to be said. But ultimately, the 3 points are what matters. And it looks as though we've got them now, and we are going to be 6 points ahead of Hoffenheim with 2 games to play. So we just need 1 more point from these last 2 games to seal that second place and a place in the knockout stages of the quarterfinals, actually, the knockout stages of the Champions League. So we put ourselves in a really good position. We knew that the 2 victories over Koge were going to be really important. It looks like we've got now Viv's in this year, in behind at the Koge defence, 1-on-1 with a goalkeeper. She's not going to miss. It is 3-0. Viv gets her goal, and we finally opened them up in the closing stages again, as we did last week. It was a good ball over the top, actually. I think it may have been, was it Leah Wolsey with the pass over the top? Oh, it was Steph Catley with the ball, actually. Steph Catley with the ball over the top. A lovely ball. Viv got in behind. As the defender came across, her touch took it away from the defender and then dinked it over the goalkeeper. Beautiful finish from a beautiful player. And that makes it 3-0. Lovely dink finish there, her left foot as well, over the goalkeeper. Brilliant stuff from Viv. She has looked really sharp since she's come on, added to her goal at the weekend, and I'm sure she'll be looking for more in these last couple of minutes as well, which will be fully deserved for her as well. Great goal there, as Tom says, indeed. Viv, great goal, says Rajendra, and Carl says, job done. Yeah, job done in the end. We've made a little bit heavy weather of it at times. Carl says there as well, I've got the old blue and yellow top from an Arsenal nostalgia website. Yeah, I've got a yellow one at the back there. I don't know if you can see it. The 1985 centenary top as well, the yellow one. I've got a few old ones knocking around. I've got the green and blue one as well from 83, 82, 83, which I do wear sometimes. Some nice kits that Arsenal have had over the years. And they've not got bad ones now, actually, but I do prefer a bit of retro. And I like the cannon the right way around as well. Even on that, the new kind of lime yellow kit, they've got the cannon this way around, but it's a crap cannon, isn't it? So they've kind of ruined it, really. But anyway, Arsenal now looking for a 4th goal, which would maybe, I wouldn't say flatter us as much. It'd be hard on Koge, really, wouldn't it, if we got another one? Miedemar now on the edge of the penalty area. She'll be desperate for another goal. She's just been pushed over, actually, there by the Koge defence, who's maybe a little bit frustrated that the game's gone against them in these closing stages. Nigel says there, only the Arsenal could deliver an abject 3-0 victory. I'll take it. No, I'll take it as well. But you're right, it has been a little bit abject. There's going to be 2 minutes of stoppage time. The 4th official there is showing there's 2 2s actually on the board. I'm sure it's not 22 minutes. It's just going to be 2 minutes. Enough time for Arsenal to maybe get a 4th goal as well. So it would be harsh on Koge, but maybe for Arsenal's possession and dominance of the football probably would be deserved. But I say it would be harsh on Koge, who have worked hard and battled well for the full game tonight, as indeed they did last week. But we may well score another one here. It's a free kick, which it looks like Catley's going to be over a little bit further out than her goal last week. So maybe she's going to think it in towards the penalty. She does. Or it almost came to the far post to Anna Patton, but it's going to be another corner to Arsenal. Good ball that was there from Catley. She just got the assist for that 3rd goal from Miedemar. And it's going to be a corner which Beth Mead's going to take. Of course, Wilbur Moy scored, didn't she, from a corner from this very same position a few minutes ago. We're now into the final minute of stoppage time. Can Arsenal get a 4th goal? Beth Mead with a corner pinged in towards the near post. It's flicked on, but again, Koge have managed to scramble it clear only as far as Leah Wolsey, who's actually played well at centre half. Maybe there's an option there. She's got a little bit more pace, hasn't she? So maybe she could be an option at centre half. Who knows? She's certainly done well since that change was made. She was playing well before that in midfield as well, actually. So maybe showing her versatility, Leah Wolsey. And I think 1 or 2 players are going to have to be versatile in these next few weeks if we're going to get through these tough games coming up. We are now deep into stoppage time. We're into the last 20 seconds now. Arsenal still in possession. Wilbur Moy scoring that 2nd goal, finds Viv. Nice little touch there to Jordan Nobbs. Tried to flick it over to that far side. And Arsenal picked it up again with Kim Little. I don't think Arsenal in any particular rush to get the ball forward now. It is job done. It's 3 goals. It's 3 points. And a pattern now going forward for Arsenal. It's a good ball out to that far side to Caitlin Ford. Plays across all the way towards Beth Mead. And Arsenal are going to get another corner. Is there time? No, there isn't. A full-time whistle's gone. It has finished here at Borehamwood. Arsenal 3, Koge 0. A totally dominant Arsenal performance in terms of possession, but it seemed very slow. We were quite sloppy at times. It wasn't our best performance. we looked in control of the game pretty much all the way through. We did get the goal early on from Caitlin Ford. She just missed an earlier opportunity, a one-on-one with a goalkeeper, who once again played pretty well. But it wasn't long after that. It was just 15 minutes when Caitlin Ford, it was Jordan Noss played the ball out to Beth Mead on the far side. Her low cross was turned in by Ford. It was a little bit huffy and puffy from Arsenal after that. A little bit sloppy at the back. And in fact, midway into the second half, Koge almost got an equaliser. Steph Catley dallied on the ball, and Pokorny had scored last week, got an effort on goal, which was well saved by Lydia Williams' legs. The only save she had to make, actually. It wasn't until the closing stages that we sealed the victory, actually. 2 goals in the last 10 minutes. The second was a header from Wooben Moy, came from a corner from the near side, the left, from Beth Mead in towards the near post. A good firm header from Wooben Moy made it 2-0. And then right at the very end, the last couple of minutes, Miedema had come off the bench, did get herself a goal as well. It was Steph Catley with the ball over the top. Good first touch from Miedema, took herself away from the defender and then dinked it over the goalkeeper with her left foot to make it 3-0. That's 2 games in a row that she scored, which is good going into these big games. Yeah, a few more questions and answers possibly. Some sloppy play. We didn't look that great at the back at times, but it was Wooben Moy who of course came into the defence. Well, not came into the defence, she's been playing there anyway, but she took on that extra responsibility without Williamson. She did get a goal, although so it wasn't her greatest performance. In fact, it wasn't the greatest performance from anybody, really. I thought Leah Walty played well in midfield earlier on and then later at centre-back. Anna Patton had a decent game. Beth Mead, of course, as always a threat. 2 assists for Beth Mead as well. Unlucky to have a goal ruled out in the first half as well, which was given as offside, but it wasn't offside. So, yeah, overall, a satisfying night for Arsenal. We are now second in the group, 3 points behind Barcelona, who are top, but more importantly, 6 points ahead of Hoffenheim with just 2 games left. We just need 1 more point to qualify into the knockout stage. We had 70% possession tonight. We had 12 attempts on target, 21 attempts in total, 14 corners, a dominant performance. We had 779 passes to Koge's 261. So I don't think there's any doubt that we deserve to win that game, probably by 3-0. You've got to give Koge credit. I thought they played well. They worked hard. And if they'd got the equaliser with about 15 minutes to go when they had that opportunity, who knows what might have happened. But we got the job done in the end. I'll say not brilliant at all. But anyway, we got the win. Nigel says there, the absence of Lear in defence is akin to when Koscielny at his peak was absent and we would suddenly look nervous. Yeah, you're right. Very similar. And Tom says there, I think we must be through now. 6 points clear of superior goal difference. Hoffenheim. We have mathematically we need 1 point, don't we, from the 2 games. Bearing in mind we've got to play Hoffenheim away as well. A point there will do us. A point against Barcelona will do us. Let's get it out at the Emirates. That'd be great, wouldn't it? In front of a big crowd, get the point we need to go through. Rajendra says there, Koge are looking to learn from these games and have restricted us to only 3-0. They now have to see how they do against Hoffenheim. Yeah, I mean, they did lose 5-0 away at Hoffenheim. Their artificial pitch at home is an advantage. Although, funny enough, we scored more, didn't we, there than we did here on our stadium tonight. But you could see that we were almost playing with other things on our mind tonight. The big game at the weekend. Maybe we suffered a little bit from the North London derby, a few changes, obviously a big injury. So yeah, it wasn't a free-flowing Arsenal we've seen a lot this season, but ultimately we proved far too strong. We got the job done. It has finished at Borehamwood. Arsenal 3, HB Koge, Kvindeelite 0. And Arsenal now are just 1 point away from qualification to knockout stage of the Champions League. So almost job done. And realistically, we're where we expected to be after these games. Didn't we? We probably didn't expect to get a lot away in Barcelona, and we've won the other 3 games, which we would have expected to do. So just 1 more point. Let's get the job done against Barcelona at the Emirates. That would be great. And then we can move on and put the Champions League to bed until the new year for the knockout stage. So, but before all that, of course, we have got really big game on Sunday away at Manchester United. Following those 2 drop points last week, we really do need a victory there. Going to be a tough game. And then, of course, it's international break before the big cup final, of course, against Chelsea. So lots of big games coming up, and then, of course, Barcelona, we said. So, yeah, it was good to get this game out of the way. We got the job done. We got the 3 points, and we are now on the brink of qualification to the knockout stage. So well played the ladies tonight. Not the best performance, but it's all about the result, and we got it for in the end. Tom says, "Yeah, catch you for Sunday's match, if not before. Rich, have a great weekend." And yourself, mate. Thanks for tuning in. And he says, "I think we should look over the possibilities to strengthen our defence." I agree. Lots of talents negotiating new contracts this month in the Scandinavian American leagues that just finished. Yeah, we maybe need to look at that. I'm sure we will. We do need to strengthen in the defence. We can see that quite clearly. But, you know, at the end of the day, this is the first game without Leah. Let's see how we adapt. We've got some big games coming up. We need to learn quickly. It didn't fill me with a lot of confidence tonight, I have to say. You know, lack of concentration, lack of pace is a problem. But Leah Walty dropping in there, maybe we looked a little bit better at that stage. But anyway, let's see what happens. We've got to make do with the players we've got for now. We can't strengthen at the moment, can we? So we need to make do with what we've got. We need to try and get some confidence and some momentum again. Tonight may have helped in the end. Let's look forward to Sunday, big game. Coming up on the channel, then obviously I'm back live again on Friday, with the Arsenal women's show with the usual panel there. That's going to be a good show. A lot to look back on. The North London derby. We'll look back on this game. We will talk about the Leah Williams injury as well, and also look ahead to the Manchester United game on Sunday. Big game that is. So loads coming out. That'll be at 7:30 on Friday. So please join me for that show. If you haven't done so already, please consider subscribing to the channel. If you're new, you just found me tonight, please consider subscribing. We do cover the men as well as the women. Talking of which, on Saturday evening, we've got a watch-along from Anfield, Liverpool against Arsenal. If you missed it last night as well, the Tuesday clinic, we did preview that game. I had a couple of Liverpool fans on from the 1892 Reds podcast. Great channel that is as well for Liverpool content. They were on last night. Please check that show out as well. Good preview. We did a combined Arsenal-Liverpool 11 as well during that show, which was really interesting. So check that out to find out who made the team. There was a few Arsenal players selected, actually, which was a surprise when they had 2 Liverpool fans in the show. So that's good as well. So that will be coming up on Saturday evening, 5:15. I'll go live for a 5:30 kickoff. So please join me for that. And then on Sunday, I may well be at the Manchester United Arsenal women's game. So I might be doing a vlog from that. If not, if I don't go in the end, I will, of course, do a watch-along as always, but I am hoping to go to that game. So that would be good to try to get on that if you can. I will see you guys on Friday. We had a couple more comments in before we go there. Carl says, good stream, Richard. I'll see you for the next one, mate. Take care of yourself, mate. Yeah, thanks for tuning in. Good to see you in the chat finally. Andy says, yeah, thanks. A good night in the end. Yeah, it was a good night in the end. We got the job done. We got the 3 points. That's all that matters. And Tom says, yeah, 5-2. It could be worth a penny. We talked about that last night on the show. Said Arsenal going to win. Well, actually, it was Terry. We can blame Terry. He said Arsenal win 5-2, and he convinced me that we might do now. So we were going to put a quid on it and see how much we win. But as Luke, one of the Liverpool fans, said, if you put money on 5-2, you're just going to lose the money. And he's probably right, let's be honest. But you never know. Football can throw up some strange results. So Tom's going 5-2, as he says there. I'm going 5-2. Terry's going 5-2 for Arsenal. So that'll be a good night, won't it, on Saturday? If we do win 5-2, there'll be a lot of banter flying around, I'm sure. But to be honest, any result I'll take after our recent games against Liverpool away. But that's all coming up. Don't forget the Arsenal Women's Show on Friday at 7:30. Lots to look back on, lots to look forward to as well. That's going to be really good. The usual panel will be with me. We may hopefully have Matt back this week as well. He's been missing for a couple of weeks. Empress there 29 says, a cold damp night, Rich, our ladies done well. Good show. No, thanks, mate. Thanks for tuning in. And yeah, they did well in the end. I didn't think it was the best performance overall, but when you win 3-0, you've got to be happy. 3 points in the bag, and we are so close now, aren't we, to reaching that knockout stage, which was the aim. When we saw the group, we knew it was going to be tough, but we're getting the job done. One more point needed. I'm sure we're good enough to do that. So yeah, good night in the end. Bit of a struggle, not the greatest game, but we got the result. It finished Arsenal 3, Koge 0. The goals were from Caitlin Ford very early, and then late goals from Lottie Wooben-Moy and Viv Miedemeier right at the end. Great goal from her, made it 3-0. So I'm back live on Friday at 7:30 for the Arsenal Women's Show. That's going to be great. Saturday evening for the Liverpool watch-along. Don't forget as well, I will be doing an Arsenal Women versus Manchester United preview video as well at some point between now and Sunday. And I am hoping to be there on Sunday for live for that game as well. Regenda says, great show. See you. Come on the Gunners. Yeah, come on the Gunners. We'll do that probably in a minute. So yeah, thanks for all you guys in the chat. Really do appreciate your support of the channel. We get 700 subscribers at the weekend, so chuffed about that. So thank you very much to everybody that's been watching, and I will see you Friday. You got the job done tonight. We're not quite through yet, but almost. It would take a big effort for us not to get through now, wouldn't it? I'm sure we will. Let's look forward to big games at this weekend. 2 big games for Arsenal, the men and the women. Imagine if we get 6 points again, what a weekend that will be. Could happen. I'll be able to follow it on the channel as well. So I'll see you Friday for the women's show. And in the meantime, of course, as always, Arsenal have won again. The Arsenal women, they're doing us proud this season, aren't they? As they tend to do. Come on, you Gunners. Another 3 points needed Sunday, girls. Come on, we can do this. But Saturday first as well. But don't forget the women's show tomorrow. Friday, 7:30. See you then.